Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good afternoon, everyone, from TD Bank Ballpark here in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Welcome to game number 7 of York Revolution preseason baseball and our 4th and final spring training broadcast for you today. It's here on WOYK YouTube on the web from Somerset, the Revs, and the Patriots. Daryl Henry along with Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs Spring Training Baseball. A pleasant day here, cloudy, but temperatures in the mid-60s. It should be a good day for the pitchers with the wind coming straight in and at a pretty good rate. Lineup cards being exchanged at home plate, and Michael, one final tune-up here today. The Revs will open the Atlantic League schedule on Thursday night. Everybody else does on Friday, so for the Patriots, they have an extra day, but for the Revs, the opener is a little over 48 hours away, and one last chance to make a good impression and get your work in here this afternoon before it all begins to count.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Just one more day to get the work in, get your reps in, take it easy because you don't want anybody getting hurt. You don't want anybody going too hard. It is just the final spring game. Things don't start to count until Thursday. So just another day to get the reps in and work on fine-tuning whatever guys are looking to fine-tune, whether it's a swing, defensively, the pitchers working on a certain pitch, stuff like that. So just a day to go out there, take it easy, but also get your work in. And I think the Revs have set themselves up really nicely for this season, playing 7 spring games more than anybody in the league. And, just getting those games reps instead of taking infield, outfield every day and going through the motions in spring, getting the game reps is huge.
Yeah, for Somerset, by comparison, so much of their spring training has been intra-squad games, but the Revs playing their 7th game against somebody other than themselves here today. They are 4-1-1 this spring, 3-1-1 against Atlantic League teams. They do come in today with some injury situations. We were supposed to see Josh Kimborowicz make this start. He's a little bit sore, so they're going to hold him out, and we'll see Zach Groats start this game on the mound for the Revs today. So pretty much all relievers that we will see here this afternoon. And yesterday, the Revs, in a scheduled 10-inning game, they were down 2-1 in the 10th at home against Southern Maryland. Got a 2-run double from Delta Cleary Jr. that provided them with a 3-2 win, but on that swing, he felt something in the oblique area. He's not available here today. And on our Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report, those are 2 scratches here at the end of spring training. A couple of other guys maybe a little bit limited, but able to play today. Certainly, though, Michael, you don't want to extend anybody beyond any of those situations on a day like this, and hopefully those guys get feeling right here pretty soon.
Sure, and essentially giving them 2 straight off days with an off day today, plus the last day of camp tomorrow, just a workout day, so that's essentially an off day as well. Then starts for real on Thursday. So again, it's a situation where it's camp. You don't want anybody getting too injured. We got a couple guys banged up, but you don't want it to get any worse than that. So just a time to take it easy and realize that health is the most important thing right now.
Well, they didn't separate us today. We're back in the same booth. Sunday we had wires going everywhere at Southern Maryland so we could spread it out, but getting set for baseball here. The starting lineup's brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Revs, it'll be an 11-man lineup once again here today. Jared Mitchell in right field leads off. Alexi Casilla at second base bats second. Jose Cuevas will be an extra hitter and hit third. Batting cleanup at first base is Michael Burgess. Zach Wilson, the third baseman today, will hit 5th, and Cuevas had a little arm soreness. He said he's feeling better, though, but he will only DH today. So it's Wilson at 3rd hitting 5th. Melky Mesa is one of the extra hitters, and he will bat 6th. Jose Tabata in left field to hit 7th. Ryan Dent at shortstop batting 8th. Travis Witherspoon in center hits 9th. But wait, there's more. Chris Rivera will catch and hit 10th. And Jay Karp is in the lineup today as one of the extra hitters batting 11th. So again, it's Mitchell, Casilla, Cuevas, Burgess, Wilson, Mesa, Tabata, Dent, Witherspoon, Rivera, and Karp. And certainly expect to see Tyler Clark and Ruby Silva at some point today, but not Delta Cleary Jr. as we detailed. That lineup will face Somerset lefty Aaron Laffey to begin things here today. And for the Patriots offensively, they will go like this with a 10-man lineup. Julio Bourbon in center field leads things off. Justin Trapp at second base will bat second. Craig Massey in left field is hitting 3rd. Kyle Roller, the designated hitter, batting cleanup. Alex Castellanos at 3rd base will hit 5th. Danny Dorn, the first baseman, bats 6th. Aaron Dudley will DH and hit 7th. Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop, batting 8th. Mike Francoso in right field hits 9th. And Adam Weisenberger is behind the plate batting 10th. Again, Bourbon, Trapp, Massey, Roller, Castellanos, Dorn, Dudley, Rodriguez, Francoso, and Weisenberger here today for Somerset as the Patriots have taken the field. And Laffey into his warm-ups. Both teams are in the navy blue Atlantic League apparel warm-up jerseys. All of these teams have similar looking warm-up tops from the same company. And for the Revs and Patriots, both navy blue. Patriots wearing their home white pants, Revs the road gray. And York in the navy blue caps on the road. Somerset with a red cap and a navy blue brim. They will open Friday against the Road Warriors, who will make their return to the league for the first time since 2011, opening up here. And the Revs, of course, after today, busing back home this afternoon and a workout day tomorrow, and then getting ready to face the Barnstormers at home after the rings are presented on Thursday night. Glad you can join us here. Again, temperatures mid-60s, mostly cloudy, but a nice day to wrap up the preseason. And Laffey is set to go, so is Jared Mitchell, who makes his way to the plate. And Mitchell leading off once again, as he's done throughout this preseason, hitting at 300 here in spring training with a home run and 3 driven in. These two teams faced each other Friday in York, played to a 2-2 tie. That game was scheduled to go 9 innings, and that's exactly where it ended. So ready, our Dasher Investment Services first pitch. It is just inside, and we are underway. 2:02 start time here today. Lefty against lefty to kick things off. Here's the wind from Laffey, the pitch, and Mitchell drops down a bunt, but it bounced up off his bat in the batter's box, and it's a dead ball foul.
Well, that's a good idea from Mitchell there. You see the third baseman, Castellanos, playing off the bag, well off the bag, almost towards shortstop, and he's back. So Mitchell, who runs well and gets that extra step out of the left-handed batter's box, that could be part of his game this year, and I'd love to see him throw that in there every once in a while.
Mitchell, Casilla, and Cuevas to kick things off. Revs did take BP today. The 1-1, and a swing and a fly ball straight away center. Bourbon shifting toward left center. He's there and makes the grab. I think fly balls in the air, especially to the middle of the field, Michael, are going to get killed by this wind today coming in from center.
Yeah, we see that flag blowing, the American flag in center field, and all the other smaller flags out there blowing pretty heavily. And in batting practice, though, saw plenty of the right-handed hitters launching balls over that 317 sign in left, so they were peppering it to that side of the field.
Now,
the wind has picked up since, definitely.
Alexi Casilla digs in. First pitch, he shoots one on the ground to second right at Justin Trapp. Juggles, but plenty of time to recover and make the throw.
Test.
And we can hear you as they test the PA system. A lot of work going on here. Heard some drilling upstairs during lunch. and testing out the video board for their opener Friday night.
Yeah, we're just bouncing around to different construction sites, it seems like. The drilling today is hammering and woodwork going on the roof in southern Maryland.
Here's Cuevas, and he takes the first pitch strike. So Jose, who yesterday did not start the game, came in for an at-bat. It was the 0-1, and he swings, drives it the other way, but foul. And his arm bothering him a little bit, but told Mace today that he's feeling a lot better. Still, they will DH him in this one, and Zach Wilson, who came up as a third baseman, has played almost exclusively first base in recent years. He will start today at third. There's the wind, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Laffey kept it down low. Cuevas went after it, and Weisenberger applies the tag. A 1-2-3 first inning, and at the end of a half, it's the Revs nothing, and the Patriots coming up.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day. Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood Sure Save Markets.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
No score as Zach Groats gets set to go here in the bottom of the first inning, making a spring training spot start. As Josh Kimborowicz a little bit sore, certainly not going to push a guy preseason in that situation. Groats so far this spring, 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs in his 2 outings. Hasn't walked any and has struck out 4. One of those outings, a 2-inning appearance, and I imagine he will look to do that here today. Frank DiGiulio Jr., Nick Baker, Chris Dula, and Junior Rincon in line behind him. Julio Bourbon will lead off. First pitch is swung on, hit in the air in center. Travis Witherspoon's got it lined up, back a couple steps, and now walks in and makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Both leadoff hitters so far have swung early in the count and flown out to center field. That wind really knocking the ball down. And for Groats, he's rested. His last outing was against these Patriots, gave up 2 runs on Friday in York, so had a little bit of a hiccup against them in his second inning of work, and we'll see how he fares today.
Here's Justin Trapp, and Groats missing down and away.
When we talk about Kimborowicz not being able to go today, he ate up 3 innings in his last outing, so a couple guys going to have to go extra today. Groats is rested. DiGiulio only pitched 1 in his last outing and could have gone 2.
There's a fastball strike.
And I believe he was scheduled for 2 in his last outing to Julio, but I think it was Goss who went 3 instead of 2, so they had to bump somebody an inning.
Check swing, ball was low, appeal to first, he went around on it.
And then Baker, 2 flawless 1-2-3 innings his last time, so he didn't pitch much his last outing, even though it was 2 innings. So guys can definitely go a little longer today.
Groats, one of the guys interested in pursuing a starting role, ready to work, and paints. Strike 3 called, knees on the outside corner, and a fly out and a strikeout looking to begin his afternoon.
Well, he's showcasing what he has early on. Getting a first pitch out, that's huge as a starter. It helps you go deeper into games so you can get quick outs, and then being able to paint on the corners like that with a low fastball, that's almost unhittable.
2 up, 2 down, no score here in the first inning. Here's Craig Massey, their 3-hole hitter. First pitch, fastball, and at the knees for a strike. Kim Borowitz's start earlier in camp was against Somerset. There's the 0-1, and there's a fastball, strike on the inner half. Groats looking sharp here early. And looking to match Laffey with a 1-2-3 first. Fires and went off speed and got him. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Chris Rivera catching, steps out to make the throw, and the inning is over. Got him on the splitter, and a 1-2-3 first with a pair of strikeouts for Zach Groats. We'll go to the second inning, here from Somerset, no score.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Baseball, giveaways, and the return of family fun at the ballpark. This is Revs time. The reigning Atlantic League champion York Revolution kicks off the 2018 season with 4 straight days of giveaways. April 26th, get a championship hat courtesy of WellSpan Sports Medicine. April 27th, a Revolution Championship pennant. April 28th, a Champions t-shirt from Heritage Lawn and Landscape. And April 29th, the 2018 Revs Magnet schedule. Get tickets today at YorkRevolution.com.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Head of the second inning, spring training here today from Central Jersey. No score. Daryl Henry along with Michael Mark Antonini. The Revs wrap up the preseason here this afternoon, then one more workout day tomorrow, and it all counts Thursday night. It'll be Burgess, Wilson, and Mesa here in the second inning against Aaron Laffey, who's back for Somerset this year. Now, we found out earlier today their scheduled opening night starter, in fact, Brett Oberholzer, has been signed by the Rockies and headed to AAA, so they will be going with Corey Reardon, who they acquired in the Bluefish dispersal draft. Laffey will be in that rotation as well. The 5'11 lefty ready to face the Revs' big left-hand hitter, Michael Burgess. First pitch of the inning, it is swung on and missed.
It's a healthy cut from Burgess there. You know, every time he comes to the plate, he's looking to drive the ball. And I think he's swung the bat pretty well this spring, although doesn't have too many hits to show for it.
Pitch is a little low. 4 for 21. He has driven in 3, though. And a lot of hard outs. There's a jet out over left field, headed for Newark. Pitch to Burgess is lifted toward the line and left. Massey, a long run, the left fielder, and it plops foul. by the tarp, and Castellanos, the third baseman, racing out, jumps and sits on the tarp to stop himself.
To see what's now showing, watch out for our scoreboard commercial or visit us online at Denellen-Theater.com.
Burgess, who played here in 2015, his first Atlantic League season, won a championship here, and then won one last year with York. Played in the All-Star game here last year as well. Laffey, who stands facing his first base dugout to start. He winds and fires, missed high. Laffey listed at 5'11", 190, 33 years old. Last year signed by the Diamondbacks from Somerset. The pitch, and that's low, 3-2. He was 1-1 with a 2.82 ERA in 4 starts with the Patriots. The Diamondbacks took him, finished the year at AAA Reno. He deals, and a swing and a miss. Kept it down, and gets Burgess swinging. Tag applied, 1 down.
Well, Burgess, again, the struggles at the plate continue numbers-wise, but like I mentioned, he's hit, and you mentioned as well, he's hit a few balls hard this spring that just haven't come up as hits. And then, you know, a free swinger, the strikeouts are going to happen.
Here is Zach Wilson, who yesterday doubled twice, giving him 4 hits, 3 doubles on the spring, 4 for 19 with 4 driven in. First pitch, he checks his swing, pokes a roller to second, and Trapp's got it, throws on to first, 2 away. Wilson was the All-Star Game MVP and Home Run Derby champion in this ballpark last July.
We want to see your snaps from the game. Send your stories.
With 2 down, Melky Mesa coming up.
Wilson at third base today. If he proves that he can be an option there, even just once every couple weeks, that's going to be an extra asset for this Revs team because they already have a handful of versatile infielders. And with Wilson and Burgess, one of them is going to play first, one of them is going to DH, and they'll be interchangeable throughout the season. But you can move Wilson to third every once in a while. That opens up either first or DH for somebody else while Burgess plays the other.
Here's Mesa, big hack. No contact on the first one. Mesa 5 for 17, couple of doubles. Laffey's retired his first 5. Pitch is a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, Mesa's definitely earned himself a ton of playing time early on this season. Swung bat really well. Seems to hit everything pretty hard.
Here's the 1-1, and that's down low. Laffey with AAA Reno last year, 5-3, 5.42 ERA in the hitter-friendly launching pad that is the PCL. There's the wind and the 2-1. And he got it across, belt high to even it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Laffey's been in 156 big league games, came up with Cleveland. The 2-2, and that's down and away. So Mesa works at full. Revs looking for their first base runner of the afternoon. Laffey with a fly out, 2 ground outs, and 2 strikeouts thus far. No score. A long look from the lefty, and Mesa will request time. Lefty's always tough to face here, with the ball coming out of some advertisements visually for the hitter. Not easy. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He kept it down again and gets another strikeout swinging. His third, and he's retired his first 6. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Here from Somerset, Revs and Patriots still scoreless.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking. That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelero. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Asics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the sportswear specialty store without specialty prices. Flying Feet Sports Shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
It's where the veteran player knocks the winter rust from his swing. It's where wide-eyed rookies lean and hungry look to fulfill their boyhood dreams. It's where championship runs begin. And it's where heartbreaking decisions are made. It's time to play ball. Spring training is here.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
No score. Zach Grotz's first pitch of the second inning, a little bit down and in on Kyle Roller, who leads it off. Middle third of the order for the Patriots. Roller the DH today. Here's the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. He lets one fly. And Grotz has looked sharp early as well. Laffey retiring all 6. Grotz 3 up, 3 down in the first with 2 Ks. The wind and the 1-1. Fastball at the knees, strike 2.
Well, you mentioned at the start of the game, Darryl thought it was going to be a good day for the pitchers. So far it has. Aaron Laffey's been excellent, and Zach Grotz, a quick 1-2-3 inning in the first.
Here's a swing and a tip foul behind home. Give a shout out to your predecessor, Michael. Matt President is tuned in watching our YouTube stream.
Got to remember your roots.
That's right. Grotz deals. Swing and a miss. One up high and Roller down on strikes. 3 strikeouts in a row for Grotz. And he worked him down and then up in that at bat to get that K.
I'd love to hear and see that we've got a handful of YouTube watchers and listeners, something that we're going to try out to work in all season, as opposed to you were saying it was just a home game thing last year.
Yeah, I figured we'd roll it out this spring to test it.
It's been good so far.
Yeah. There's Alex Castellanos who takes a strike at 127 miles an hour on the scoreboard radar gun. Grotz really bringing it. Here's a splitter and it just missed. Looked like the plate arm started to flinch into his strike call but didn't give it. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Fastball just inside off the glove of Rivera. Grotz, along with DiGiulio, picked up from the Bluefish by the Revs as relievers. Severino picked up as a starting candidate. Pitch is grounded foul over by the dugout fencing. And, of course, Cuevas picked up to become the primary third baseman. Mentioned Somerset's opening night starter, Corey Reardon, claimed in that dispersal draft right around the beginning of November. There's the wind from Grotz, 2-2, and a swing and a pop-up back our way and up over our heads.
Well, that dispersal draft has produced some really solid players for the rest of the teams around this league, and from the looks of it through camp, looks like the Revs brought in, what was it, I believe 4 really solid players.
On the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball away, and that's 4 strikeouts in a row for Zach Grotz. 2 down here in the second inning.
Well, Revs pitchers all spring have had the strikeout pitch working. You know, some of that has been on the other side too. The Revs at the plate have struck out a lot, so the pitchers seem to have had the upper hand throughout the spring, but it's great to see that up and down the Revs staff, they're dealing.
Here's Danny Dorn, and Groats attacks him with a first pitch strike.
Danny Dorn.
It's nice to have some sound effects other than hammers in the stadium today.
Yes.
Just swing and a miss on the splitter, 0-2.
Well, and all you can ask for out of your pitchers is if they throw strikes, because if you throw strikes, you'll get outs at any level. And the fact that Revs pitchers have done that so far, very little walks, is huge.
There's a foul straight back. That last splitter was at 125 miles an hour. Maybe they're working on kilometers today. I don't know.
Did Zach Groats get that? Get a bionic arm, or what happened in the movie Rookie of the Year?
That's
He's
right.
able to just throw darts.
Rowan Gartner.
Yeah.
Is the 0-2. And a foul back, out of play. No score here in the second inning. Now, you always hear about the major league guys saying they can't wait to get going at the end of spring training. That lasts a month. Pitch is swung on and missed. Splitter in the dirt. Rivera knocks it down, puts on the tag. And Zach Groats retires all 6, the last 5 in a row on strikeouts. Dealing here today in this spring training spot start. We go to the third. Michael with the play-by-play. Revs and Patriots still scoreless.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you've got a smartphone, you've got the power of the pass. Introducing the York Revolution Ballpark Pass. It's new, it's easy, and it's the hottest way to catch pro baseball in York. The new Revolution Ballpark Pass gives you the power to attend as many York Revolution home games as you want each month for just $34.79 per month. That's less than $3 a game. Sign up and you'll get electronic barcodes on your smartphone to be scanned for general admission to each game of the season. Flash your phone at the gate and pick any spot in Arch Street Eats, downtown's playground, or the Appel lawn. That's all there is to it. No need to order each game's ticket, no waiting in line, no worrying about making your payment each month. It's automatic. Get the power of the pass. Sign up for the new Ballpark Pass at YorkRevolution.com or call 717-801-HITS. That's the new Ballpark Pass at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
This is Jay Gauss. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Top of the third inning from Somerset. Michael Marcantonini here alongside Darrell Henry. No score in this one. We have yet to see a base runner for either squad as Aaron Laffey back out on the mound for inning number 3 for the Patriots. He'll face Jose Tabata, Ryan Denton, Travis Witherspoon, 7, 8, 9. And know that 7, 8, 9 is not the bottom third of the lineup. We'll have 2 more after that. Chris Rivera and Jay Karp rounding out the 11-man lineup for Mark Mason's squad. It's the right-handed hitting Tabata at the dish. So he takes a fastball high there. Count goes to 2-1. Aaron Laffey has been spectacular through 2 innings, but on the other hand for the Revs, Zach Groats has been arguably better. 5 strikeouts through 2 perfect innings. Aaron Laffey has 3 strikeouts of his own. Now Tabata fouls one. Line drive over the Patriots dugout into the stands, 2-2.
Dave Merrick, customer service.
Groats' rhythm was outstanding, and and he may not be done yet. Nobody up in the pen for York, but his command outstanding of both fastball and splitter.
The guy fighting for a rotation spot, or at least he'd like to start. Putting on a good showing here today. Laffey out of the windup, the 2-2 pitch. Chopper foul, third base side over towards the Revs dugout, into the Revs dugout actually. And we'll stay at 2-2. Again, no score in this one. And once again, no base runners in this one either. Top of the third inning, we're playing 9 today in Somerset. These 2 teams battled to a 2-2 tie this past Friday afternoon in York. York led that one early and then squandered the lead. Tabata, another foul ball. This one a fly ball down the right field line, well out of play. So Jose at the dish. a good leadoff plate appearance here against Laffey, who hasn't needed to throw too many pitches so far. Struck out 2 last inning, got Burgess and Mesa both swinging, and got Wilson to hit a weak grounder to second. The 2-2. One-handed into left field, but knocked down. But it'll be an infield hit, or just a single, as that one did get into the outfield. Jose Tabata just flung his bat at that one and put one through the 5.5 hole. A nice diving stop by Rodriguez to keep it from going out to the left fielder Massey, but still a single. That brings up Ryan Dent.
Yeah, well placed. Tabata known for breaking up a perfect game in the big leagues.
Yes.
Takes care of it a little earlier today.
He is known for that. Broke up Max Scherzer's perfect game with 1 out to go, 1 strike to go a few years back, leaning into a pitch. Now Ryan Dent. First pitch swinging, chopper foul, third base side. Ryan Dent has been spectacular defensively this spring. Made a diving play up the middle for a 6-3 putout in yesterday's spring game. Full out extension on a ball that basically should have been a single up the middle. Got up, threw off balance, somehow got it to first in plenty of time. So he takes a ball low and inside. It's 1-1. Tabata, a leadoff base runner, the first base runner of the game for either team, breaks up Laffey's perfect game bid after 2 innings. Now the 1-1. Fly ball out of play, right field side. This is the 7th and final spring training game for the Revs. This completes a home and home with the Patriots. They also played home and homes with the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the Lancaster Barnstormers. And then FanFest game this past Saturday, sandwiched in between all those games. That FanFest game was played against an all-star team from the York area men's league. So 7 tune-up games for the Revs, and they've looked good in all 7, in at least in a couple different aspects. Some games the bats have been there, others not so much. Fly ball center field, moving over in right center is Julio Borboni. Makes the grab, and that's out number 1 here in the 3rd.
Like I said the other day, I'd be surprised if the bats were really clicking at this point, and not only have they not had many at bats, but the weather, and then also really 2 of the stadiums in which they've played today included, Southern Maryland being the other one. It's a really tough place to see the ball during the day, so all of that adding up, I think guys getting their work in, but you've got to be really happy with what the pitching's done.
Now Travis Witherspoon takes a fastball outside, 1-0 on him. Spoon in center field today. That's a great point, Darryl. And the pitching has been nearly flawless in most of the games this spring, especially in Southern Maryland the other day. 10 shutout innings with, I believe, a combined 10 strikeouts and no walks. The 1-0 to Spoon. Fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, that was a 3-hitter in 10 innings that day. Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. And the Revs pushed across 3 runs that day for a 3-0 10-inning win. Chris Rivera had a 2 RBI double. Ruby Silva had an RBI single. No score in this one. Top 3. Michael Mark Antonini, Darrell Henry with you as Spoon laces one into the Patriots dugout, or at least off the railing. Had somebody trying to hurdle their way out of that. Spoon a few hits this spring, but all infield hits. His defense has been great. He's made a couple diving grabs. He's also made the routine play look easy, as he does with his speed and range. Now Laffey readies his 1-2 out of the stretch. Takes a look at first, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball on the outside corner, and Travis Witherspoon down on strikes. 4 punch-outs in the game for Aaron Laffey. It's been a strikeout kind of afternoon. 9 total in the game so far through 2+ innings.
Yeah, he's your typical lefty that'll change his speeds, locates it well. Took a little off there. He's got a lot of sink on his stuff too. Throws a sinker, maybe even as his primary fastball.
Laffey right back to work. Here's Chris Rivera. First pitch swinging, he skies one out of play, third base side. Rivera doing the catching today for Zach Groats. Rivera has moved between catcher and third base this spring, getting plenty of reps in the lineup. A guy who can provide flexibility at multiple positions, and he's the only guy on the roster that can play catcher and other infield positions, which could be huge moving forward for this team. The 0-1 to Rivera. Fouled back over our heads in the press box. It's 0-2. So Rivera aggressive early in the count. 2 down in the inning. No runs for either team. Jose Tabata, the lone base runner so far in this game for either team, is on first. He singled to start the inning. He's remained there. A fly out and a strikeout have forced him to stay put. Revs haven't been able to move him up. Laffey's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball low in the zone. Another punch out for him, and the inning is over. So Laffey strands a leadoff base runner. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on for the Revs. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score between the Revs and Patriots here on Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, and YouTube.
The fresh balls, the fresh bats, and all those fresh faces in the dugouts. It's spring training, pal, where the veteran players get back in the swing and rookies try to show off their thing. And we've got the latest from around the leagues, the breaking stories, the latest on player moves and injuries, plus all the juicy chatter.
Hey, batter, swing!
Listen for it all.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Baseball, giveaways, and the return of family fun at the ballpark. This is Revs time. The reigning Atlantic League champion York Revolution kicks off the 2018 season with 4 straight days of giveaways. April 26th, get a championship hat courtesy of WellSpan Sports Medicine. April 27th, a Revolution Championship pennant. April 28th, a Champions t-shirt from Heritage Lawn and Landscape. And April 29th, the 2018 Revs Magnet Schedule. Get tickets today at YorkRevolution.com.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Rebound tip, and Embiid gets it back and dunks it.
York's home for Sixers basketball.
Lobs to Embiid, and a right-hand jam with flair and a flurry. Sergio to Joel Embiid. Go, go, Jojo. Rodriguez back to Joe. Embiid for the 3. He got it. He nailed the triple. Joel Embiid from outside the arc.
Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Now coming back for Patriots.
Bottom of the 3rd inning from Somerset. No score in this one. Just 1 hit so far between the 2 teams, the Revs and the Patriots. Jose Tabata, a leadoff single in the 3rd for the Revs, but he was stranded as Aaron Laffey's worked 3 shutout innings for the Pats. Now Zach Groats back out for a 3rd inning of work. He'll face Aaron Dudley, the extra hitter in today's lineup for the Pats, as he gets a strike over. It's Dudley, Alfredo Rodriguez, Mike Francoso, and the 10-hitter Adam Weissenberger if we get there. Looks like a changeup that had Dudley out on his front foot, but he held up, and it's a ball, 1-1. Bottom 3 in this one, no score. Michael Marcantonini with you alongside Darrell Henry. Fastball up and in as Dudley spinning out of the box to get away from it, 2-1. Seventh and final spring training game for the Revs. We're at TD Bank Ballpark, the home of the Somerset Patriots. That one's off the end of the bat, foul to the backstop, 2-2.
It'll be interesting to see how Groats' role develops as they get him extended to a 3rd inning today. Like we said earlier in a game, starting a game, something he expressed interest in. Certainly saw what he can do in relief with Bridgeport last year.
Groats has been impressive so far today as the count moves to 3-2. Struck out the side in the 2nd inning. And with the Revs, some decisions to make on their final rotation spot, final 2 rotation spots, really. Groats is making himself a strong case. Fly ball deep right field. Mitchell going back to the track, and that one is not coming, or off the wall, off the top of the wall, it looks like. That'll be a stand-up double for Aaron Dudley. That one tough to see out there as where it was in right field. You got two white signs on the lower half of the wall, and then over the wall you got two more white signs. So that one clunked off the wall.
Yeah, from here that's really tough to tell. And the boundary fence with the ads is only a few feet behind the home run fence, so a lot of times the home run will bounce back into the field, and you're waiting to see how guys react.
Well, that one got me there, but Mitchell played it pretty well off the wall and straightaway right. Nonetheless, a stand-up leadoff double for Aaron Dudley, and good thing for Groats is that ball stayed in the yard. Now here's Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop. Here's a strike, 0-1.
This stadium in the gap's pretty deep, but down the lines you can certainly yank one out pretty easily.
The 0-1, it hits him. Alfredo Rodriguez plunked in the back. So not the start to the third inning that Zach Groats wanted. He's put two on here, the double and the hit by pitch.
I think that was just a splitter that slipped, and he's got that lower three-quarter arm angle, and if one slips from him, it might be more susceptible to kind of fly at a right-hand hitter like that. He's got to make right-handed hitters uncomfortable bringing it from that arm slot. And it's not just that it's lower, there's a little deception to it as well.
Now the left-handed hitting right fielder Mike Francoso digs in. Runners at first and second, no outs. Revs will play double play depth up the middle. Expecting a bunt, Zach Wilson was creeping in, and Francoso looked like he was going to show bunt, then pulled back. 1-0 the count. It's Dudley on second after the double. Rodriguez was just plunked in the back. He's on first. Wilson still playing in. Double play depth up the middle for Denton Casilla. Burgess off the bag at first. There's a strike on the outside corner. It is spring training, so you might not expect to see guys bunting. Most guys will be swinging away, get their reps in, but you do want to mimic a regular season situation, so the bunt could be in play here for Somerset. The 1-1 from Groats. That one's in the dirt. Nice stop by Rivera. Moving to his right to keep that in front. Counts 2-1.
Yeah, and the swing obviously has more moving parts, so you want to get your timing down with that, but it wouldn't be a bad idea if you're a guy that might be asked to bunt to get reps at doing that too. It's a skill. And you don't just go up there and say, oh, I want to do it, and be successful at it the first time.
The next pitch from Groats. Chopper to third base. Wilson will go to second for one. Casilla across the bag over to first. In time, a double play. 5-4-3. Zach Wilson starts the around the horn twin killing. That's a big 2 outs for Zach Groats here in the bottom of the third.
I think if it was a game that counted, Brett Jody might have been running out to first base there. That was bang bang, but that's exactly what Groats needed. Ground ball at somebody, get 2 for 1 pitch there.
And Wilson had him played perfectly there.
He did. That's good for Wilson if he does see any time at third base. Shake some of that rust off at that corner if there is any.
Now the 10-hitter, Adam Weissenberger, he's behind the plate today for Somerset as he takes a ball low, 1-0. And Wilson was playing off the line considerably there. Ground ball right to him. His other option would have been, if he was a little bit closer to the third base bag, step on third, then go to first for the 5-3 double play. That would have kept the runner at second instead of third, but the easier play was to go to second and throw it to Casilla, who turns double plays so well. Guy who's got so much experience in the middle infield. So now there's 2 outs and a man on third. 1-1 the count on Weissenberger. Zach Groats trying to work himself out of this inning. This one's yanked foul, well out of play down the left field line. 1-2. 1 hit apiece for the Revs and the Patriots. No runs in this one. The Patriots threatening. They have a potential run 90 feet away in the form of Aaron Dudley. Now Groats will come set on the mound, or peering in at the sign from Rivera. Kick in the pitch. Line drive center field. Coming on is Witherspoon. He's there. He makes the grab around the shoestring. Witherspoon had him played perfectly in right center, and the inning is over. So Groats strands a leadoff double. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 4th. No score in this one between the Revs and the Patriots. You're watching the broadcast on WOYK's YouTube channel.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Baseball, giveaways, and the return of family fun at the ballpark. This is Revs time. The reigning Atlantic League champion York Revolution kicks off the 2018 season with 4 straight days of giveaways. April 26th, get a championship hat courtesy of WellSpan Sports Medicine. April 27th, a Revolution Championship pennant. April 28th, a Champions t-shirt from Heritage Lawn and Landscape. And April 29th, the 2018 Revs Magnet Schedule. Get tickets today at YorkRevolution.com.
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Luke Westfall plugging the radio station for us, WOYK 1350. Michael Marcantonini, Darrell Henry here on the broadcast on WOYK's YouTube channel today. Testing that thing out before the real ones start on Thursday. Jose Tabata, the only hit so far in the game for the Revs, who come to bat here in the 4th inning. The 11 hitter, Jay Karp at the dish. He's an extra hitter today to face Aaron Laffey back out for a 4th inning. Karp skies one in the air, foul territory, first base side. Dorn is camped under it. He makes the grab, and Karp on 2 pitches retired for the first out. No score through 3 full innings in this one, just 1 hit apiece for the 2 clubs in Somerset. It's the Revs and Patriots in the final spring tune-up of the season for York. Now back to the top of the order. Former first-round pick of the Chicago White Sox, Jared Mitchell, looks to be the Revs' leadoff hitter heading into the season. He's led off all but 1 game, I believe, this spring for the Revs. The left-handed hitter sends one foul back to the netting, 0-1. Just zeros on the scoreboard so far. 2 perfect innings apiece for Aaron Laffey and Zach Groats to start the ball game today. And both gave up 1 hit. And Groats also hit a batter in the 3rd inning. But neither pitcher surrendered a run. Now Laffey working into the 4th. He'll be a starter for Somerset this season. He's been great so far today. Mitchell takes low and outside, 1-0. 1-1.
Have DeGiulio up in York's pen, so I would imagine it's a really good 3 for Groats, and then the next guy.
Mitchell, a laser shot down the right field line, well foul. 1-2. Gotta believe DeGiulio's gonna be out there for 2 today. He was scheduled for 2 in his last outing, only ended up going 1. And it was a quick one. So he's warming up in the Revs bullpen down the left field line. Right now, it's Aaron Laffey against Jared Mitchell at the plate. Missing low and outside is Laffey. 2-2. Now the Revs kick off their Atlantic League regular season this Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. 4-game series against the Lancaster Barnstormers at home. Another one's down and away, 3-2. Giveaways every day of that series against the Barnstormers. The Revs will have their championship ring ceremony from the 2017 season on opening night before the game. Revs 3-time Atlantic League champions, 2010, 2011 back-to-back, and 2017 last year. The 3-2 pitch, low and outside. A great plate appearance there from Mitchell as he works a walk. First walk of the game that Laffey has surrendered. And that brings up Alexi Casilla.
It may seem strange to see a pitcher go into a 4th inning in an Atlantic League spring training game, but Laffey had actually signed in the Mexican League in February with Monclova. He was there for about a month and a half, released April 6th, so he had been pitching.
First pitch to Casilla in the dirt, 1-0, and that could have been a release so he could come here.
He signed here about 2 weeks ago. Actually, 2 weeks ago tomorrow is exactly when his signing was official.
Well, now Alexi Casilla, the switch hitter from the right side. He's 0 for 1 today, bounced to second his first time up. Mitchell leads off first, not a huge lead. Casilla, foul ball over the Patriots dugout first base side. 1-1 the count on the veteran middle infielder. He's been so good defensively this spring, and with the bat, he's been pretty solid as well. The 1-1. Fastball low and outside corner. Good spot there from Laffey. Laffey, a sinker, slider, changeup guy. He's got a few pitches there that can keep guys off balance. And the 1-2. Fighting that one off is Casilla. 1-2. The count remains as that one dribbles over towards the Revs dugout. And the Revs making Laffey work here this inning. Carp went down on 2 pitches, but Mitchell worked a walk and got the count full. Casilla fighting off a couple here. You like to see guys grinding out at bats early on in the season, just getting their timing down, seeing more pitches. The 1-2. Just off the plate, outside corner. Had Casilla leaning. Count goes to 2-2. No score. Top of the 4th inning in Somerset, New Jersey. Casilla, hard hit ground ball to short, to second for 1. The turn over to first in time. A 6-4-3 twin killing ends things here in the 4th. The Revs get another base runner, but that's it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. Aaron Laffey threw 4 shutout innings for the Patriots. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless. Michael Marcantini and Darryl Henry bringing you the game on York's WOYK YouTube channel.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
If you've got a smartphone, you've got the power of the pass. Introducing the York Revolution Ballpark Pass. It's new, it's easy, and it's the hottest way to catch pro baseball in York. The new Revolution Ballpark Pass gives you the power to attend as many York Revolution home games as you want each month for just $34.79 per month. That's less than $3 a game. Sign up and you'll get electronic barcodes on your smartphone to be scanned for general admission to each game of the season. Flash your phone at the gate and pick any spot in Arch Street Eats, downtown's playground, or the Appel lawn. That's all there is to it. No need to order each game's ticket, no waiting in line, no worrying about making your payment each month. It's automatic. Get the power of the pass. Sign up for the new Ballpark Pass at YorkRevolution.com or call 717-801-HITS. That's the new Ballpark Pass at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Frank DiGiulio out of the Revs bullpen, taking over for Zach Groats, who worked 3 shutout innings and looked really good. Struck out 5, only allowed 1 hit. Hit 1 batter, did not walk a batter. So just 2 base runners over 3 innings for Groats, who would like to be a starter this season. He's been good as a reliever in the past in this league. So wherever Mace ends up using him, he's had himself a solid spring going into the regular season. No score, bottom 4 as DiGiulio takes over. He'll face the top of the Patriots order. It's Julio Bourbon, Justin Trapp, and Craig Massey, 1, 2, 3. Bourbon flew out to center on the first pitch of the game that he saw in the bottom of the first. He's 0 for 1. There's a fastball high and outside, 2-0. So DiGiulio, a scoreless inning in his last spring outing. He'll get another here today, potentially 2. You got to believe he'll get 2, as the Revs only have 5 pitchers listed to use today. As there's a ball outside. It's 3-0. Mark Mason wants to use Nick Baker, Chris Dula, and Junior Rincon, those 3 as well today. So strike inside on the 3-0 pitch, make it 3-1 on Bourbon. Groats went 3. You got to expect DiGiulio to go 2. And Baker potentially 2. 1 apiece for Dula and Rincon. That's our best guess. The 3-1 misses outside, so Bourbon, a patient eye at the plate, did not swing at a pitch in that at-bat, and heads down to first base on the 5-pitch walk. So now Justin Trapp will head into the right-handed batter's box. He's 0 for 1, struck out looking in the first on a nice fastball painted on the outside corner at the knees that when Groats was on the mound, almost an unhittable pitch. Similar pitch there, but that's off the plate from DiGiulio, 1-0.
He's been close on a couple and kind of put his hands down to his knees, almost like, oh, where was that? Trying to find it here out of the gates.
The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, good looking fastball there. DiGiulio evens the count up at 1. Well, DiGiulio, another arm that came from Bridgeport in the player dispersal draft. Dominic Severino, another. He's not pitching today. He pitched the other day. The Revs got a handful of good arms from Bridgeport after that team folded. Count now 2-1 on Trapp. DiGiulio 6'3", 210. Pitched for the Bluefish last season. Now a pop-up sky high, middle of the infield. We'll see who wants it. Casilla calling for it. He'll make the grab to the right of the pitcher's mound, so he had a decent amount of ground to cover to get there. He was playing deep at second, then ends up catching that ball halfway in between the baseline down to first base and parallel to the pitcher's mound. And that's out number 1 here in the 4th.
DiGiulio trying to figure out which way to go to not interfere with Casilla. He waited, and when Alexi called for it, DiGiulio in a dead sprint cut to his right and out of his way.
1 down, man on first, no score, bottom of the 4th. Here's the left-handed hitting Craig Massey. That one's low for a ball. DiGiulio started every hitter so far with a ball. He walked Bourbon on 5 pitches. It was the first walk of the day for Revs pitching. Now the 1-0 to Massey. Strike on the outside corner. Good looking pitch there, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 hit apiece for each club. No score in this one, bottom 4. Michael Mark Antonini alongside Darrell Henry for this one in Somerset. Another strike. DiGiulio goes back to the fastball, 1-2. Massey struck out swinging in the first and was retired on a 2-3 put out. Revs looking for a double play here to get him out of the inning. They've already turned 1 today. Nice stop in the dirt there from Rivera, who's been excellent behind the plate today. Rivera and Tyler Clark been the two guys almost exclusively working behind the plate this spring. Jay Karp's had a few innings. Clark's gotten the bulk of the work behind the plate, but Rivera has seen some action back there, and he's done pretty well. And now we'll have a stoppage in play as Rivera's going to fix what looks to be the back of his catcher's mask. He wears that hockey-style mask.
Well, defensively, you have to be impressed with what the whole group has done behind the plate. And then Luis Cruz got into town late last night. He was at the clubhouse today filling out all the official stuff when the team left for this game.
It's good to have Luis in town in York. He was dealing with some travel issues getting here, and he's finally here, so that's a good sign.
We know what he can do defensively, and really gave the team a boost offensively last year on top of that.
And that wasn't necessarily an expected offensive year for him. More of a defensive guy, but did produce offensively. Well, now it looks like Rivera's going to get an entirely new catcher's mask. Sandy De Leon, team's bullpen and first base coach, comes out to give him the traditional baseball catcher's mask, the two-piece mask. They'll probably work on Rivera's hockey-style mask in the dugout. For now, he'll switch things up. I don't know if Rivera had an extra one, or the team had an extra one, or maybe he's using Tyler Clark's, even Jay Karp's.
Yeah, something with one of the straps in back, it looks like. Now it's Polo's assignment.
Well, Sandy ran all the way out from the bullpen, it looks like. Polo going to work his magic in the dugout. We'll see what happens with that. Storyline to keep tabs on. Chopper to third. Wilson has it. Goes to first for the easy out. 5-3 on the putout. Moving up to second base is Bourbon. 2 outs now in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, and Wilson, we mentioned his corner infield duties. Sandy now comes sprinting in with another one that Rivera might like even better. Sandy makes every task look like just the most fun thing on the planet.
Oh, yeah. Hustling. He just wanted to get in on some action. He's probably bored down in the bullpen.
But Wilson's looked good. The 2 ground balls to third that he's had, he's looked very comfortable with those.
2 outs, man on second. DeJulio starts off the cleanup hitter Kyle Roller with the ball outside. 1-0. No score. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning at TD Bank Ballpark in Somerset, New Jersey. It's the Revs and the Patriots' final spring game. Spring game number 7 for the Revs. They'll get ready for their season opener on Thursday. A workout day tomorrow, essentially an off day for this club who's played games 7 straight days. Final tune-ups going down tomorrow. And then the regular season opener, the much anticipated regular season opener, where the Revs will open up as defending Atlantic League champions for the 3rd time in their history. And the 3-0. That one's upstairs. So DeJulio struggling to find the zone today. And he's walked now 2 batters in the inning. So here's Alex Castellanos. Castellanos struck out swinging in that 1-2-3 second for Groats, where he struck out the side. Groats finished today 3 shutout innings. On the other hand, Aaron Laffey's thrown 4 shutout innings for Somerset. Fastball from DeJulio. He's not sure where that one was.
I just wonder if he's fooling the plate ump with his delivery.
Sure.
Been a few that have been close.
Yeah, spring game, you figure he'd be getting the benefit of the doubt. Not so much. The 1-0. Off the end of the bat, Tapper. DeJulio will pick it up barehanded, throws over to first in time, and the inning is over. So DeJulio works around 2 walks in the inning, no runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on. 4 shutout innings for both teams in this one. We go to the top of the 5th. We'll see if the Revs can score. Michael Marcantonini, Daryl Henry on WOYK 1350's YouTube channel.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Baseball, giveaways, and the return of family fun at the ballpark. This is Revs time. The reigning Atlantic League champion York Revolution kicks off the 2018 season with 4 straight days of giveaways. April 26th, get a championship hat courtesy of WellSpan Sports Medicine. April 27th, a Revolution Championship pennant. April 28th, a Champions t-shirt from Heritage Lawn and Landscape. And April 29th, the 2018 Revs Magnet schedule. Get tickets today at YorkRevolution.com.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Zeros on the scoreboard in this one. Michael Marcantonini, Daryl Henry from TD Bank Ballpark in Somerset, New Jersey. No score between the Revs and the Patriots in the Revs' final spring training game before their Thursday season opener at home against the Lancaster Barnstormers. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Neither team has been able to push across a run. Neither team has had many base runners, just 1 hit apiece. Jose Tabata single in the 5.5 hole that was knocked down, but he beat it out for an infield single. The only hit for the Revs. And now starting off the top of the 5th inning is Ruby Silva hitting for Jose Cuevas, or at least hitting in front of Jose Cuevas. Looks like they'll stick Silva in between Casilla and Cuevas. So Silva takes the ball from Trevor Foss, the new pitcher, into the ball game for the Pats. 1-0, nice breaking ball inside, had Silva fooled 0-2. Excuse me, 1-1. But right now it looks like Silva's just being thrown in there in front of Cuevas, who's in the on-deck circle. And now beats the shift as he sends one down the left field line. Nice piece of hitting. Sharp turnaround first. He's digging for 2. He'll pull up easily, so nice piece of hitting from Ruby Silva, who looks excited to be in the ball game. And a leadoff double. And straight down that third base line. The third baseman, Castellanos, is playing off the bag, shifting him a little bit as a left-handed hitter. And he just went with the pitch.
Yeah, that was perfect. They were not prepared for that. He went right down that line. And he's been one of the guys that's a little bit dinged up here in camp, so they bring him in midway through today's game. Nothing major, but it's just some soreness of the spring season, but steps right in there, leads off with a double.
Now Jose Cuevas, who is now essentially the 4-hitter in the Revs lineup, takes a ball high and inside from Foss, who takes over for Aaron Laffey after 4 shutout innings of 1-hit ball. Struck out 5 and walked 1 in his 4 frames. So Aaron Laffey, a nice spring training showing here today. Going deep into the game. Deep for spring training, I should say. Now the 1-0. Curveball that didn't get down. It stayed up in the zone. It's 2-0. So Silva's double, just a textbook example of hitting the ball where it's pitched and not trying to pull everything. If he tries to pull that, he probably rolls over to second. Slapped it down the left field line. There's a strike outside corner. 2-1 the count to Cuevas. Jose Cuevas and Ruby Silva. They both look a lot alike. You can always tell the difference because Silva's left-handed in the box and Cuevas is a right-handed hitter. But having those two back to back, sometimes you gotta wait to see when they walk up to the plate who is who. This one's fouled back over our heads, 2-2.
That is sometimes the only giveaway.
Yeah.
Right-hand hitter or left-hand hitter.
Well, and we've talked about it. Frank DiGiulio, who's on the mound for the Revs right now, looks a lot like both of them as well. We compared all three of their headshots together.
Yeah.
DiGiulio's got a little bit of a beard, and Cuevas has a little bit more facial hair than Silva, so that always helps tell them apart. Two balls and two strikes on the right-handed hitting Cuevas. The pitch from Foss. Breaking ball low and outside. Couldn't get Cuevas to chase. The count's full. Silva's on second. He doubled to start the inning. No score in the ball game. We're in the top of the fifth. Playing 9 today. The Revs in Southern Maryland Blue Crabs each of the past 2 days played 10 innings in their games. Now the 3-2. Breaking ball lifted in the air, foul territory first base side. Dorn tried to make the play but couldn't as that one drops into the stands. Thought Dorn had a beat on that one and was under it, but as it carried a little bit farther than he expected. And again, that's not a play you're going to try to dive or lunge for in spring training.
Already their second look at Foss this preseason. He started Friday in York, and they had 7 hits in 3 innings against him, only 2 runs, but made pretty good contact.
Now the 3-2 pitch again, swing and a miss. Cuevas upset with himself as he kicks his bat and then kicks some dirt. A little early on that pitch. Looked like a changeup, but it was up in the zone, and he just missed it. So 1 down in the inning. Silva still at second. That brings up the slugging left-hander Michael Burgess. Cuevas now 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Burgess a strikeout himself. He struck out swinging in the second. First pitch to him is a ball up. So Foss struggling to get the ball down today. Gave up a leadoff double to Silva, then came back and made a good pitch on a 3-2 to Cuevas to get him on strikes. And now Burgess, they'll play him to pull. The man on second, they can't shift as much, and forget the shift, he flies one to left center, but Massey has a beat on it. Tagging and heading to third is Silva. Here's the throw in. It's a pretty good one. The tag applied, and he's out. So Ruby Silva, 1, he didn't slide, and 2, he might have been out anyway. A heck of a throw from Massey in left. A 7-5 inning-ending double play, and the Revs come up empty after the leadoff double. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still scoreless in Somerset. You're watching and listening to the game on WOYK 1350 YouTube channel.
If you've got a smartphone, you've got the power of the pass. Introducing the York Revolution Ballpark Pass. It's new, it's easy, and it's the hottest way to catch pro baseball in York. The new Revolution Ballpark Pass gives you the power to attend as many York Revolution home games as you want each month for just $34.79 per month. That's less than $3 a game. Sign up and you'll get electronic barcodes on your smartphone to be scanned for general admission to each game of the season. Flash your phone at the gate and pick any spot in Arch Street Eats, downtown's playground, or the Appel lawn. That's all there is to it. No need to order each game's ticket, no waiting in line, no worrying about making your payment each month. It's automatic. Get the power of the pass. Sign up for the new Ballpark Pass at YorkRevolution.com or call 717-801-HITS. That's the new Ballpark Pass at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
It's where the veteran player knocks the winter rust from his swing. It's where wide-eyed rookies lean and hungry look to fulfill their boyhood dreams. It's where championship runs begin. And it's where heartbreaking decisions are made. It's time to play ball. Spring training is here.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Nick Baker on the mound for the Revs here in the bottom of the 5th. No score between the Revs and Somerset Patriots. 2 hits for the Revs, 1 for the Pats. Been another pitcher's duel here in spring training. We're at TD Bank Ballpark in Somerset, New Jersey. Michael Marcantonini alongside Daryl Henry. Happy to be with you. We're broadcasting this one on WOYK 1350's YouTube channel, so hopefully whoever's watching the game is enjoying being able to see the game and also hearing us in the booth. Testing that out to see if we can do that all season this year, and it's been good so far. So Nick Baker in the game. He takes over for Frankie Fresh, Frank DiGiulio. DiGiulio worked a scoreless inning. Wasn't sharp, though. Walked 2. No strikeouts in the frame. He got a pop-up and a couple weak groundouts, so nothing hard hit off him, but just didn't have the stuff today. So here's Baker, who worked 2 perfect innings with 4 strikeouts in his last outing. That was in Southern Maryland just a couple days ago, and the Revs' 3-0 win on Sunday. So he starts off Danny Dorn with a strike. And the second pitch is grounded to second. That's Ruby Silva over there. Throws to Burgess for the first out. 4-3 on the putout.
You mentioned YouTube, and our listeners will start to hear promos for this and see these on social media and online as well, but we have a new app also, and go to the App Store. It's now available. The new WOYK. That's what you want to search, and we'll have many more archive features on there, as well as listen live and YouTube and all of that.
The new WOYK is the app on both the Apple Store and the Google Play Store.
Do you have it yet?
I do not. See, right now I'm in the process of clearing some space on my phone so I can download it.
There you go.
But I do know my parents both have downloaded it.
Sweet.
So they're they're ready to tune in for the season. They've been tuning into some spring games. That one's outside. Baker starts Dorn off there with a couple balls. Counts 2-1. 1 down in the inning. Bottom 5, no score. Baker working quickly. Gets a hard hit ground ball, but that one's foul. Daryl, I understand you were a big part of the new app and helping create that. You might not have been doing all the technical stuff, but you were definitely part of getting that up and running.
Had some headaches.
And the 2-2. Breaking ball lifted into left field. That'll drop in front of Tabata. Nice piece of 2-strike hitting there from Aaron Dudley, who went with that pitch and stayed back, kept his hands back, flipped one into left. So a single for Dudley, just the second hit of the game for the Patriots. The other came off the bat of Dudley. He doubled to lead off the third, so he has both Somerset's hit today, so we know he came to play. The headaches you got from that app couldn't have been worse than the headaches that at least I had the other day in Southern Maryland with the hammering going on above us.
Yeah.
All that nonsense. Now Baker faces the right-handed hitting Alfredo Rodriguez. I legitimately did have a little bit of a headache after that game. Just
believe it.
Dealing with it all game.
You can feel it in your chest, the noise right above us.
The 0-1 pitch misses high, 1-1 from Baker on the mound to Rodriguez. Runner on first, that's Dudley. He's singled. No score in the bottom of the 5th. Michael Marcantonini, Daryl Henry with you. Breaking ball in the dirt, stopped by Rivera. Another good block there. As we now see he's got his regular catcher's mask back on. Got the red one back. So shout out to Sandy coming to get him a new one and Polo fixing his red one in the dugout. A tag team effort. 2-1 as Baker comes set on the mound. Kicks and fires a pitch. Hard hit ground ball to short. This could be 2. Dent to second for 1. The turn from Silva not in time, and it was offline. Michael Burgess comes off the bag wisely to grab that one. No point in trying to hold the bag there, as that one would have skipped away. So they do get the lead runner. Dudley is retired on the fielder's choice. That puts Rodriguez at first base.
This ballpark, as you might be finding out even today, this can be really noisy. Not construction equipment, but constant sound. There's constant PA announcements between pitches. I almost wonder if they just make up names.
Taking off for second is Rodriguez. The throw down from Rivera. Decent throw. It does one hop the covering dent at the bag, but it was on line. Rodriguez just beat the throw. Well, we heard some drilling earlier.
Yeah.
And that was not fun. I thought it was the refrigerator, but indeed it was not.
Right above us.
Now a man on second, that's Rodriguez after stealing the bag. He's in scoring position for Francoso, who swings and fouls one back. It's 1-1 on the left-handed hitter. Francoso in right field today did not start the last game between these two clubs. Later came in that game, though, at York.
I think of all the relievers, they've all looked pretty good. Baker's been among the best in camp. Is this his first base runner? He hasn't given up much.
Yeah, his first base runner allowed this spring. He's thrown 3 perfect innings so far. And that one skips in the dirt. It skips by Rivera. That's a tough pitch to handle. It'll probably go in the book as a wild pitch. And that allows Rodriguez to move up to third.
I jinxed him. I'll keep my mouth shut. But now he has looked good. Former Diamondbacks farmhand, so he's one of the new guys. I believe it was 13 returning and then 19 new in camp.
Well, a couple Diamondbacks farmhands that the Revs have here. Tyler Clark, another. That one's fouled over by the Patriots dugout. Clark played in the low-level minor leagues with the D-backs, as did Baker. So Francoso at the plate with 2 down in the inning. That one's in the dirt. That one's stopped by Rivera. Good stop there. That runs the count full with 2 outs. The man on third is Rodriguez. Reached on a fielder's choice, stole second, got to third on a wild pitch. Francoso was in the Can-Am Association last year, hit .272, 4 homers, 38 driven in. At a career best .406 on base percentage, and you see why as he draws a walk, a good eye at the plate.
Yeah, good patient at bat there.
A 2-out walk to Francoso as Baker puts another guy on. Runners at the corners, 2 down. That brings up Adam Weissenberger, the catcher. He'll look to break this scoreless tie. No score, bottom 5. The Revs and Patriots have played some even baseball so far this spring. They tied 2-2 in 9 innings the other day in York. Baker gets a strike over. Baker comes set, kicks and fires. Pop up in the infield. We'll see if that's playable for either Rivera or Burgess, and it's not as it bounces into the stands a couple rows up. That'll be a souvenir for one lucky fan. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 down. We'll see if Baker can strand 2 here and keep the shutout going for the Revs. Neither team has scratched across a run, and the theme of dominant pitching continues this spring training. Taking off for second is Francoso. He'll get there without a throw as another pitch in the dirt. Rivera, a nice job blocking it. And Chris has really had to work behind the plate today, Darryl, and DeJulio was a little wild, and Baker has struggled to find the zone here in the inning.
Yeah, Rivera's done a pretty good job. I only can think of the one that's gotten behind him earlier this inning.
The 1-2 from Nick Baker, line drive foul as that was hooked. Foul down the third base line. Tyler Clark catching in the bullpen for the Revs. Made the play down there. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Adam Weissenberger. And that one's just fouled off, and the inning will continue. Scoreboard says that Aaron Laffey's up to bat. That is not the case. Although you do see pitchers lobbying for at-bats a lot. Not happening here right now, as Weissenberger, the catcher, is the man hitting. Baker looking to get one more strike by him or find it out somewhere in the field. Defense behind the Revs pitchers today has been great. The 1-2. And that's not going to do it. That'll get down in left center field. 2 runs will score easily. Tabata over to cut it off. Digging in for 2 is Adam Weissenberger. So a 2-strike, 2-out double for Adam Weissenberger breaks the scoreless tie. It's now 2-0 Patriots.
Well, almost out of the inning earlier with the attempted double play turn, but Patriots keep the inning alive, and the first big hit of the day. Another good at bat, working the count, battling, and eventually got one he could hit, wrapped it to the gap.
Well, Rodriguez and Francoso score. Second hit of the inning against Baker. And there's a strike to Julio Bourbon, the leadoff man. So 2 RBI in the book for Weissenberger. Not a ball that was that hard hit. Just hit him where they ain't. Now a chopper by the pitcher's mound. Baker picks it up. He'll have to hurry. Throws to first. Nice stretch from Michael Burgess. And the inning is over. But not before the Patriots score twice on Adam Weissenberger's 2 RBI double. Nick Baker, a tough inning, but he gets through it with no more damage. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head to the 6th. We'll see if the Revs can do anything on offense. You're watching and listening on WOYK 1350's YouTube channel.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Top of the 6th inning from TD Bank Ballpark in Somerset, New Jersey. Michael Marcantonini with you on the broadcast alongside Darrell Henry. It's 2-0 Patriots. They scratched across 2 on Adam Weissenberger's 2-run double with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th off Nick Baker. That's the difference so far. Zach Wilson will lead off the top of the 6th against Trevor Foss, back out for a 2nd inning of work. It's Wilson, Mesa, Tabata. Wilson takes a ball outside, 1-1. Zach playing third base today, his first action at the hot corner this spring. And there's a strike, 1-2. 3 hits in the ball game for the Patriots. Aaron Dudley has 2 of them. The other, Weissenberger. And both those runs came with 2 outs on the double to left center, and also with 2 strikes. Nick Baker was 1 pitch away from getting out of the frame. Scoreless, but couldn't. And it's 2-0 Pats. On the top of the 6th, Wilson, chopper to short. Rodriguez has it. Easy throw across the diamond over to Dorn. And Wilson's out number 1 in the 6th.
Now today, a really tough fly ball park. This is always a good ground ball park for a pitcher. Their infield very well manicured, always draws rave reviews from the infielders themselves. Got a true hop there and a couple of bounces at short.
There's a breaking ball into Melky Mesa. He takes for a strike, 0-1. Aaron Laffey, 4 shutout frames to start the game now. Trevor Foss has worked an inning and a third scoreless. There's another strike. Mesa letting another pitch go. It's 0-2. Now wasting no time on the mound. Here's the pitch out of the windup. Mesa leaves that one upstairs. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch, misses high as well. So Mesa, patient approach at the plate. He's worked the count back to 2-2. 1 down in the inning, top 6. 2-0 Patriots. Adam Weissenberger's 2 RBI, double the difference. The Revs have only pushed across 2 hits. A Jose Tabata single and a Ruby Silva double. That's it. Wilson chopped to short for the first out of the inning. Now Mesa, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fly ball foul, though, as he hooks that one way foul. And the count remains full. Full count, 1 down. See if the Revs can get something going offensively. And the full count pitch fouled back, so Mesa's on it, and he's made Foss throw a few extra pitches than he wanted to after Mesa was down in the count 0-2. He's worked it back in his favor, full. The Revs just 2 days away from opening up the regular season. Swing and a miss there as Mesa finally goes down as Foss had him 0-2 and then gets him. Mesa 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. I was saying the Revs 2 days away from their Thursday home opener this week, the season opener against the Lancaster Barnstormers. They'll play 4 against Lancaster. They'll go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday before an off day Monday. Then after that, 3 games against the Road Warriors in 2 days. There's a doubleheader mixed in there. Tabata fouls one back, 0-1. After that, a Thursday off day, then a 3-game series on the road in Lancaster. So 4 with Lancaster at home, then 3 with the Road Warriors at home, then 3 with Lancaster on the road. First 3 series of the 2018 Atlantic League season for the defending champs. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tabata. He swings at this one and pokes one out to right field. Coming on easily to make the grab is Francoso, and it's a harmless 1-2-3 inning for Trevor Foss. He's through 2 scoreless. Patriots pitchers through 6 scoreless. It's 2-0 Patriots. We go to the bottom of the 6th now. You're watching and listening to the game on WOYK 1350's YouTube channel.
Baseball, giveaways, and the return of family fun at the ballpark. This is Revs time. The reigning Atlantic League champion York Revolution kicks off the 2018 season with 4 straight days of giveaways. April 26th, get a championship hat courtesy of WellSpan Sports Medicine. April 27th, a Revolution Championship pennant. April 28th, a Champions t-shirt from Heritage Lawn and Landscape. And April 29th, the 2018 Revs Magnet Schedule. Get tickets today at YorkRevolution.com.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
The fresh balls, the fresh bats, and all those fresh faces in the dugouts. It's spring training, pal, where the veteran players get back in the swing and rookies try to show off their thing. And we've got the latest from around the leagues, the breaking stories, the latest on player moves and injuries, plus all the juicy chatter.
Hey, batter, swing!
Listen for it all.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Tuesdays at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Well, the Revs made the trip to Somerset today, but the Bats haven't so far. The Revs trail the Patriots 2-0 as we enter play in the bottom of the 6th inning. Chris Dula takes over on the mound for Nick Baker, who surrendered 2 runs in his 1 inning of work in the 5th. Dula, the former Texas Rangers draft pick, right-hander, heads to the mound. A guy who can easily sit mid-90s, can go upper 90s, relatively easy as well. He'll face Justin Trapp to start things off as he throws a ball. It's 1-0. 2-0 Patriots, bottom 6. Somerset got 2 runs on Adam Weissenberger's 2-out, 2-strike, 2 RBI double in the 5th inning. A lot of 2s there. The 1-0 is a strike outside, 1-1. Michael Marcantonini in the booth with Darrell Henry. It's Trapp, Massey, and Roller 2-3-4 for Somerset. Here's Dula's 1-1, fastball high, 2-1.
Dula the first to go back-to-back days in camp.
I was just about to say, we saw him just yesterday. Yesterday worked a scoreless inning. Not the easiest of scoreless innings yesterday for Dula. Started the inning off giving up a single, then he hit a batter. Then went strikeout, pop-up strikeout to end the frame. So that one misses off the plate, it's full. Now the 3-2 pitch from Chris Dula. Fastball misses in, so the walk issues continue for Dula as he puts the leadoff man on. That brings up Craig Massey.
I think one of the toughest things for him is when the walks start the inning. A lot of times it seems like when he comes in, he's trying to find that comfort and that rhythm and all of that. And the walks in general have been an issue, but maybe as much as any to begin the inning for him.
First pitch swinging is Massey, and that one's foul out of play. Well, actually, this does not look like Massey. But again, no numbers. So this could be somebody different.
Got me.
Yeah.
Was that helpful?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been worse analysis. Regardless, this is the 3 spot in the order, Craig Massey's spot. Now taking off for second is Trapp. The throw down, not in time. Rivera bounces another one. Regardless, still a good throw, but Trapp just beat it. Second stolen base of the day for the Patriots.
I'm wondering here, Michael, and this is dangerous because I don't know. I'm wondering if they're inserting all of their bench guys right here. That actually looks like Pacioli at second right now.
Okay. Could be it. So Pacioli, not Trapp.
And this might be Yovan Gonzalez. We can go with that if you want.
Well, I mean, that's better than anything I got. We'll roll with it. So that's Pacioli at second, at least we think. Well, Gonzalez skies one out to right. Mitchell giving chase. He won't get there. It's a foul ball, though. And it just works out as a long foul ball strike, 1-2. So Pacioli the walk in the stolen base. Gonzalez up at the dish. You got a guess on who's on deck? No, who's on first?
No, not really. Not yet. Is it what?
No. What's on second?
Oh.
I don't think O was on the team. And the 1-2 in there. Another nice stop by Chris Rivera. Impressive display of work behind the plate today, given that everybody after Zach Groats has made him work. Julio, Baker, and now Dula. Not helping Rivera out much at all with these pitches in the dirt. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and I believe foul tipped, and yes, now the home plate umpire is going to officially call that a foul ball. And the count stays at 2-2.
I think Massey's on deck. I think we're back to him, but again, it's just an approximation at this point.
So Massey's spot is supposed to be up now.
Oh.
And there's a hit batter. So Jovan Gonzalez will trot down to first. A walk and a hit batter. There's Chris Dula. Just not a good start to his afternoon. And one of the you mentioned it. One of the bigger problems for him is the walks early in the inning. Not necessarily the walks in general, although that is also an issue.
And then, you know, when you have no wiggle room, so you tighten up, and it just kind of compounds.
It's just that much harder to pitch when you give up free passes. I mean, you can get away with giving up hits. You know, oftentimes when you're giving up hits, you can say, all right, you know, I was making my pitches. They were just spraying the ball across the field. But walks, those are tough. Now it's 0-1 on Massey.
I'm not sure if there's a pitcher in the league who it would hurt worse to be hit by than Dula. That hit by a pitch got him squarely in the arm.
Doesn't feel good at all, especially the way Dula pumps that fastball. And now the pitch to Massey way outside. So Dula, the control issues continue. This is the 7th straight day that the Revs played a spring training game. Ground ball to short. This could be 2. Dent to flip to second for 1. Over to first. Not in time. They're going to say Burgess was off the bag, so I guess the throw was in time, but Burgess just a little off. And instead of a double play, it's just a fielder's choice, so that sets up a runners at the corners situation. Kyle Roller.
It just pulled him off, just yanked that throw a little bit. And he did all he could to keep that right foot on the bag, or left foot, excuse me, stretching to his right.
Dent has been really smooth in double play possibilities when the ball's been hit to him, flipping to second. Silva, since coming into the game for Casilla, has not been as smooth as when Alexi was out there. Dula misses outside to Roller. You know, something where Silva, a guy who is not always at second for this team, he's played outfield. And Alexi Casilla probably going to be the mainstay at second, at least to start the season. Silva getting some work, does just not as smooth as Casilla out there.
I think he's also been dealing with a little, I think it was a foot thing that Mace said. Not 100%.
Dula misses outside again. You can hear the pump of the glove of Rivera. Dula not in the strike zone. It's 3-0. Runners at the corners, 1 down, 2-0 Somerset in the bottom of the 6th.
I'm getting a lot of work done over here, Michael.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been a relatively long inning, especially when you have walks and hit by pitches. Runners at the corners, the 3-0 pitch is ball 4. And Dula has now loaded the bases without giving up a hit. 2 walks and a hit by a pitch. Fielder's choice in there made it 1 out in the inning. Now digging in the box is Alex Castellanos, at least we think.
Yeah, I think we're back on track.
Back to normal here. So Alex Castellanos, the third baseman today, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a dribbler back to the pitcher. The 1-0 to him. Dula's fastball at the knees and a good pitch there. It's a strike, 1-1. 1 out, bases loaded, 2-0 Patriots lead, bottom 6. Michael Marcantonini with you here in the booth alongside Darrell Henry. The pitch, that fastball misses up, 2-1. So Dula, you know, never really makes it easy on himself. I guess we can say that. The right-hander comes set. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Good velocity on that one.
Yeah, you kind of feel for him. I mean, he's trying to throw strikes, but every inning can be a challenge. It's rare that he does have a smooth inning that he doesn't have to work for. It's just a consistency thing.
Swing and a miss there as he gets a punch out. A big strikeout for Chris Dula. Took something off that one. Low and outside pitch, hard to hit. Castellanos down swinging. So with 2 outs, the bases remain loaded. And boy, is that a big out. Keeping the runners where they are, keeping this a 2-0 game. That's a confidence-boosting out for the man on the mound, Dula. Here's Danny Dorn, the first baseman. A strikeout and a 4-3 ground out. That one's ball 1. 2-0 Pats, bottom 6. This is probably the only Patriots team that's been doing any winning lately. They're winning here today. We know the New England Patriots did not win their last game of this past season.
No, they did not.
1-1 the count with 2 down. Bases are juiced. Danny Dorn a chance to break this thing open. Pacioli's on third. Rollers on, or Massey's on second, Rollers on first. Now the count's 2-1. So Dula again struggling to make things easy on himself. You know, you're always going to find those pitchers on any team that just always seem to put guys on and make it interesting. Now a fly ball to left. Tabata is there. This should end the inning, and it does. Chris Dula tight ropes out of a bases-loaded 1-out jam with a strikeout and a flyout. The score remains 2-0 in favor of Somerset. We go to the top of the 7th. We'll see if the Revs can get something going. They're down 2. We head to the 7th next on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK's YouTube channel.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is United States Olympian Haley Flickener. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Baseball, giveaways, and the return of family fun at the ballpark. This is Revs time. The reigning Atlantic League champion York Revolution kicks off the 2018 season with 4 straight days of giveaways. April 26th, get a championship hat courtesy of WellSpan Sports Medicine. April 27th, a Revolution Championship pennant. April 28th, a Champions t-shirt from Heritage Lawn and Landscape. And April 29th, the 2018 Revs Magnet Schedule. Get tickets today at YorkRevolution.com.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Top of the 7th inning, Revs still without a run on the board. Ryan Denton leads things off against Trevor Foss. It's 2-0 Somerset in the top of the 7th. Michael Marcantonini, Darrell Henry with you on what's been a breezy day in central New Jersey. Dent takes a pitch off the plate. It's 2-0. Ryan Dent, Travis Witherspoon, Chris Rivera, and then Jay Karp. 8, 9, 10, and 11 in the Revs lineup. Dent checks his swing there. And that one tap foul, 1-2.
He didn't mean to on that. He's glad he didn't accidentally put that one in play.
Well, to be honest, I didn't even think he tapped it at first. I thought it was just off the catcher's glove, but it is a foul ball. Now the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher, Weissenberger, and heading down to first base easily is Ryan Dent.
Boy, he spiked that one.
About a 58-foot breaking ball right there. So Dent strikes out, but gets down to first base on the drop third, so that's one way to get yourself on base. One of the 7 different ways to reach first. Now the speedy center fielder Travis Witherspoon will get a chance with a man on. See what Spoon can do with a man on. He struck out swinging his last time up, as you probably hear some train whistles in the distance. Just can't get somewhere to do a silent broadcast. You know, you can't no silence, man. Trains, you got drills, somebody hammering. We're dealing with it all. 0-1 on Spoon. Foss checks first. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit into left field. Travis Witherspoon will drop the bat halfway down to first base and trot, take a slow turn. The runners on first and second for the Revs here in the 7th with no outs. So after a drop third strike, gets Dent on base. Travis Witherspoon, hardest hit ball we've seen from him this spring, picks up another base hit. Another, I mean, not today, another on his spring total. So first and second for Chris Rivera. How about Spoon getting into the action? Have you ever seen a rally started by a drop third strike, Daryl?
Oh, not that I can remember. Probably, but...
Curveball dropped in there by Foss as Rivera takes its 0-1.
But maybe not. Say you always see something you've never seen before.
Sure. 2-0 Patriots, top 7, but the Revs are threatening. Runners at first and second, no outs. Here's the right-handed hitting Rivera. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Well, the third baseman Castellanos potentially expecting a bunt. He was shaded up. Now he backs up with 2 strikes. Double play depth up the middle for Somerset. Foss comes set. Here's the 0-2. That one's low and outside. As Rivera puts up a hand to keep Dent at second base. The count's 1-2. 3 hits for each team in this one. Travis Witherspoon, the latest hit for the Revs. He's on first after the line drive single to left. Just over the outstretched glove of Rodriguez at short. Here's Foss's 1-2. It's right there on the outside corner. Rivera unhappy with himself that he didn't swing there. Either that or unhappy with the call. Regardless, he'll head back to the dugout. An unproductive out. He strikes out looking. Now Jay Karp will get a chance. And Karp, one of the guys that had a really impressive round of BP today, Daryl. We were both down there watching BP, and Karp put 2 out. Smashed a couple off that high left field wall, the wall behind the actual fence, for a couple homers in BP. He's got 2 men on and 1 down. First pitch to him, fastball low and outside, good eye. Karp popped out in foul territory to the first baseman Dorn his last time up. Jared Mitchell waiting on deck. Foss taking his time. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside part of the plate, 1-1.
There's no doubt he's a strong young man. He's got some pop in that bat.
A young guy, played a handful of games for the Revs last season. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out the pitch. Breaking ball that almost caught the outside corner. It looked like the home plate umpire was ready to call a strike, but he didn't. 2-0 Somerset in the top of the 7th inning. Ryan Dent's on second. Witherspoon on first. The 2-1. Chopper to third base. This could be 2. Over to second for 1. The turn over to first. No turn as Travis Witherspoon, a good hard slide into second, breaks up the double play, and the shortstop, or the second baseman, I think that's Pacioli out there, didn't throw the ball to first and wisely ate it. Because, you know, a guy sliding into you don't want to try to make that throw to first. It'll probably go wide and would have scored a run for the Revs.
And totally legal. Witherspoon, nothing out of his way to get there. He was arriving at the same time, stayed within his lane, and nice job to make sure they didn't turn it. Good hard play.
And Dent moves up to third base. Witherspoon cut down at second. Carp's on first after the 5-4 fielder's choice. Now with 2 down and runners at the corners, here's the leadoff man, Jared Mitchell. First pitch swing and chopper to first. That's going to get through into right field, a base hit. One and only one will score as Ryan Dent comes in to break the 0 on the scoreboard in the run column for the Revs. It's 2-1 after Jared Mitchell's RBI single, and he continues to hit the ball well this spring.
Well, now we've seen a rally start with a strikeout wild pitch.
There you go. I mean, I have to write this one down and see if anyone ever asks me that question in the future. Seen some weird things on a baseball diamond. I can't recall ever seeing that, at least in my broadcasting career. Jared Mitchell, a seeing eye chopper into right field, past the outstretched glove of the diving Pacioli at second. 2-1 ball game here in the top of the 7th as the Revs scratch one across. And here's Ruby Silva. Chopper, that one's a fair ball. The pitcher, Foss, will pick it up. Easy flip to first, and the inning is over. But the Revs get one. They do so thanks to a drop third strike that started the inning. It's 2-1 Patriots, so the one run for the Revs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th now. It's 2-1 Patriots. You're watching and listening on the YouTube channel, Sports Radio 1350.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Baseball, giveaways, and the return of family fun at the ballpark. This is Revs time. The reigning Atlantic League champion York Revolution kicks off the 2018 season with 4 straight days of giveaways. April 26th, get a championship hat courtesy of WellSpan Sports Medicine. April 27th, a Revolution Championship pennant. April 28th, a Champions t-shirt from Heritage Lawn and Landscape. And April 29th, the 2018 Revs Magnet Schedule. Get tickets today at YorkRevolution.com.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
The Revs finally push one across in the top of the 7th. It's 2-1 Patriots. We're in the bottom of the 7th now. Chris Dula out for a second inning of work. He worked around a 1-out bases-loaded jam to get out of it and give up no runs in his first frame in the 6th. The Revs got a run on Jared Mitchell's 2-out seeing eye RBI single to right field. Ryan Dent scored, and he led off the inning reaching on a drop third strike. So a little bit of luck in the inning for the Revs, as their normal circumstances that wouldn't have been the case. They would not have scored that run, but a drop third strike, you'll take it anytime you can get it. Now a 1-1 count on Scott Kelly, who's batting for the first time for the Patriots. He came in to play third base last inning for Alex Castellanos. 2 runs on 3 hits for the leading Patriots, 1 run on 4 hits for the trailing Revs. Dula misses high with a fastball. So once again, he falls behind a hitter, 3-1. He walked 2 and hit a batter in the 6th inning. Looking to avoid doing so here in the 7th. And the pitch, there's a strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes. See what Dula does here. And the pitch low and in the dirt. So another leadoff walk for Chris Dula. Not what he wanted to do, especially after his team picked up a run for him. And now that brings up Aaron Dudley. Dudley 2 hits today. Dudley 2 of the 3 hits for Somerset. Now taking off for second is Kelly. The throw down is high. Kelly ahead for a slide into second is safe. Two to 1 the score in the bottom of the 7th inning. Michael Mark Antonini. Darrell Henry with you on the call. Dula misses outside again with a fastball, 2-0. Well, with Dula in his 2nd inning of work now and 2 innings set to play after this, there's only one more name on the lineup card set to pitch today for Mark Mason's club. That's Junior Rincona. Looks like he'll go 2. Unless, of course, the Revs would just want to stop the game after 8.5 and not use anyone else.
I've seen that happen a couple times over the years.
Fastball outside, so Dula yet again walks a batter. 4 walks and a hit batter in just 1+ innings. That's not easy to do. Give up that many free passes in such a short outing.
Now, I think it does kind of snowball when you start questioning your feel for the strike zone, and that little bit of doubt creeps in.
Oh, first pitch swing and chopper just foul down the 3rd base line. That would have played it at least 1 if it was a fair ball. Instead, it's foul. The count goes to 0-1.
He's got an arm, though, that you can't teach, and it was so impressive that the Rangers took him as a pitcher despite what an accomplished hitter he was in college.
Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. Well, there's always a case where you just get a guy who's an athlete, and he can do both at the college level. I think from where he came in the low-level college ranks, it's easier to work your way up as a pitcher if you got the velocity than it is to work as a hitter going from those low-level D3 or D2, wherever he was, college ranks, and then having to face pro pitchers. 2 balls and 1 strike. Line drive, base hit into left field. This is going to score a run. Kelly racing around 3rd. He'll score without a throw. The Patriots get that run back. It's now 3-1 after the RBI single from Alfredo Rodriguez.
Dula's still a tough guy to stand in there and hit against, throwing that hard and having some wildness that it can't be a comfortable feeling for a hitter. Kind of tip your cap anytime a guy squares him up like that.
Well, now, not 100% sure who's at bat. This could be Alfredo Rodriguez, but the man who singled, not 100% sure who that was. Again, no jersey numbers for the Patriots and no PA announcer here telling us who's up. And now a foul ball back to the press box area. There's a strike from Dula, and the count goes to 0-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. Looks like that was a ball. 3-1 Patriots lead, bottom 7. No outs in the inning. And Dula's gone walk, single. Not helping his case out on the mound. So this is Alfredo Rodriguez at the plate, it looks like. Mike Francoso on deck. Ball low.
Wonder if that was Jovan who batted. That's what I'm going with.
Now the 2-2. That misses inside, so another full count. The 3-2 pitch. Fly ball right field. Jared Mitchell has it played perfectly. Tagging and heading for third is the runner on second. He'll get there. So now with one out, runners at the corners as Rodriguez flies out. That brings up Mike Francoso.
The players at the end of this week and a half, you can sense how excited they are to get things going. And it's only been a week and a half. Can you imagine the big leagues where they're like 6 weeks before they break and it all counts? I know we're excited because then we'll actually know who's playing.
Right. I'm just ready to have a PA announcer to tell me who's up. Numbers on the jerseys to be able to look at.
It's the little things.
So in a 3-1 game, runners at first and third for the Patriots, bottom 7. Chris Dula. Another first pitch ball, this one to Mike Francoso. I don't think either Mark Mason or Paul Fletcher has made a visit out to the mound this spring. Not that I can recall. Dula might need one if he continues to walk batters. 1-2 now. 1-1.
Yeah, I think this is a good time of year to let guys work through it unless there's something mechanical where it really needs to be fixed.
There's a called strike. One ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Francoso. And the pitch. Fly ball left field, hooking foul. That one will get into the seats. So we'll do it again, 1-2.
Saw on Twitter where Meek Mill is expected to be released from jail.
I did just recently get a text about that.
Will he be ringing the bell at the Sixers game tonight?
I gotta believe, if not this series, assuming Sixers win it, then next series he'll get an opportunity. Chopper foul. Text I got from my friend Cody today, just a couple minutes ago. Meek is free, Sixers by 50. That's what he said. If they weren't already favored, they got to be now. Have to believe they would be at home with a chance to clinch, and now the line's got to go up a little bit.
Yeah.
It has to. Fly ball left field. Tabata stops in his tracks, now comes in, makes the grab. No tag, so they'll keep the man on third. And there's 2 down. So Dula, good job there. Again, keeping a runner on third where he is as Francoso flies out to left. Now this is Adam Weissenberger's spot. Not sure if that is him though. Yes, we'll go with it. And it's Weissenberger.
Sure.
2 outs in the inning. Runners at the corners. 3-1 Pats. Bottom 7. 1-0. I wonder if a professional sporting event, the line has changed because of somebody being released from prison. The 1-0. There's a strike outside corner. 1-1.
If it was a player who could impact the game, maybe. Rumor is he will be in the building tonight. We'll have the game on WOYK.
1-1, low and outside, 2-1.
I mean, their players visit him in prison after all. Now he can visit them.
2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch to Weissenberger. Line drive, base hit into right field. The Patriots will add another. 4-1 the score now, an RBI single from Adam Weissenberger or whoever was in his spot. Chris Dula surrenders another one. And another walk comes around to score. So both guys that walked in the inning, Kelly and Dudley, have scored. And that's just how it goes.
Yeah, last inning worked around it. 2 walks and a hit batter left on. This inning, not so fortunate. They've paired it, the 2 walks, with a couple of singles. If that was Weissenberger, that's a 3 RBI day for him.
Dula starts off the next batter with a strike. This might be Yovan Gonzalez. Not sure. It's not Julio Bourbon. Ball outside, 1-1.
Our life is just filled with ifs right now.
It's not easy up here. Here's a 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball for a strike, 1-2. One ball, 2 strike, 2 outs. 4-1 game. Ground ball into left field, a base hit. Coming around to score here is another runner, and then I take that back. Runner coming around third is being stopped. A good throw in from Jose Tabata. And now they're just going to roll that inning over. So the inning officially ends without the 3rd out being recorded. The first time we've seen that this spring, but they do roll the inning over. We go to the top of the 8th now. It's 4-1 Patriots. We'll go to the 8th next. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK's YouTube channel.
Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers quality material handling equipment and services. Along with a full line of Unicarriers and Komatsu forklifts, you'll find Genie aerial lifts, IPC Eagle floor scrubbers, and Penalift loading dock equipment. Mid-Atlantic can provide rentals, pre-owned equipment, service, and replacement parts for most makes. When you need the best for your business, call Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438, or online at MidAtlanticIndustrial.com.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers, give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, world-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Start the 8th inning, 4-1. Somerset leads. Jose Cuevas fouls the first one away, facing Nate Rowe, who takes over in relief. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And the 0-1, breaking ball yanked foul. Liner hooking into the picnic deck above the Revs bullpen and left. They have one more pitcher scheduled. That would be Junior Rincon, who's loosening. And what makes this interesting is Somerset has 3 more scheduled, including Rowe. And Rincon, I'd be surprised if he goes 2 innings. He might. No more than that, though. Pitch is a breaking ball low.
One thing Somerset.
There you go.
Well, one thing Somerset could do is have one of their pitchers face their hitters if they wanted to get an extra guy in, if the Revs choose to only throw Rincon 1.
At that point, our webcast will end.
Exactly.
Pitch is in the dirt, a fastball. Cuevas today, 2 at-bats, 2 strikeouts. Revs got on the board last inning on a Jared Mitchell single, but Somerset got that run back and 1 more. Scored 2 in the 5th and then 2 in the 7th, 4-1. Rowe with the pitch. And a swing and a fly ball right center. Pacioli, I believe, is out there now, drifts over and makes the grab. Rowe was an all-star with New Britain last season, 7-6, 3.63 ERA. New Britain is under new management this season on the field, that is. A couple of new managers in the league, and they're big names. Wally Backman takes over New Britain. Stan Kleiber now with Butch Hobson, who's with an expansion team in Chicago in the American Association. Here's Michael Burgess. He swings, hits one in the air, shallow right center. Pacioli hustling in again, and he's got this one. 2 up, 2 down. The other new manager in Sugar Land, Pete Incaviglia, who had been with Grand Prairie of the American Association. He joins the Atlantic League. Rowe became available. Somerset signed him. He's from this area. Lives in Plainfield, New Jersey. With 2 down, here is Zach Wilson, who's grounded out both times today. Revs with only 4 hits. And the pitch, fastball. It's a called strike. Patriots have 7 hits. Rowe ready. From the first base side of the rubber, the righty fires, and it's ripped right past him, up the middle, base hit. He had to dance, make sure that one didn't hit him in the ankles, and Zach Wilson smashes a 2-out single up the middle.
Well, Zach's starting to come around offensively. He's hit the ball hard in his last few games. Struggled early on in the spring, but finding a rhythm at the plate and seeing the ball much better.
It's his 5th spring hit. Had a couple doubles yesterday. Now here's Melky Mesa, who's struck out both times. Rowe from the stretch comes home, and a breaking ball over for a strike. Throws a fastball, slider, changeup. 28-year-old righty. 3rd year in the Atlantic League, 2 years with New Britain. And comes home, fastball, strike. Ahead 0-2. Road pitched in college at Rutgers, which is maybe 15 minutes from here, their campus. Now the 0-2, and a foul tip straight back against the backstop netting. He was a starter and a reliever with New Britain. Last year really became a reliever full time. Most of his starting came 2 years ago. Looks like Patriots will use him out of the pen. Another 0-2. And a swing and a fly ball left field. Massey going back on this toward the corner. Runs it down as he crosses onto the warning track. And into the corner behind the Revs bullpen mound where he stops. A fine running play. Mesa put a charge into it but flies out deep. No runs, one hit, and one left for the Revs. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Still a 4-1 Somerset lead.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Okay, so the temperature took a little nosedive. So the winter wind kicked in. So you can see your breath. Come on. Is that any reason to move your daily run indoors? Flying feet. When Mother Nature puts a chill in the air, Flying Feet says dress for the occasion and keep on running. Flying Feet has all the cool weather gear you need, from Gore-Tex running shoes and bright reflective gear to merino wool socks for foot comfort. The running experts at Flying Feet are all about safety too, with lights to see and to be seen, plus hats, gloves, and neck warmers, as well as jackets, vests, pants, and sport tights. Believe me, these guys are not going to let a little winter weather keep you running in circles on some indoor track. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and a true understanding of what running is all about, in any kind of weather. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 8th here at Somerset. It's a 4-1 Patriot lead. Junior Rincon is on for the Revs. Pitching change brought to you once again by Maple Donuts. Michael, we saw him make his debut on Sunday at Southern Maryland. He had officially signed, I guess really the evening before, but his first full day in York, and he was impressive. Gave up just a seeing eye hit, but good stuff, and pounded the zone, I thought, on Sunday.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. The velocity was there, and that's what we heard about mainly with Rincon, is that he can pump that fastball in the mid-90s easily. Going to give this Revs team a boost of velocity in that bullpen, which is good to have always. And then he's got a hammer of a breaking ball that we saw him throw a couple breaking balls. The one hit was a pitch that had some life on it, but was turned around, and that's what'll happen sometimes when you throw a fastball with that much velocity. It'll get hit hard up the middle. And like you said, a seeing eye single was almost corralled up the middle, but still a solid outing for Rincon.
And his second appearance here today. Again, I doubt he goes more than one inning, but we'll see. As Craig Massey will lead off for the Patriots, 3-4-5, or whoever wants to bat. First pitch fastball is in at the knees for a strike.
That's basically what it was the other day. I think it was in Southern Maryland, or when Southern Maryland was here yesterday. And late in the game, it was just whoever wanted to grab a stick.
That was such a mess. There's the 0-1, and it dives into the dirt, something off speed.
You get to that point in the game around the 6th or 7th inning, and you just really don't know who's out there. No numbers and nobody announcing. I think that was Josh Kimborowicz that went to pick up that foul ball.
Yeah, Chong was on bat boy duty last inning.
Really? I didn't see that.
It's the 1-1. Breaking ball and a called strike. I believe Rincon's primary off-speed is slider. We'll have to find out from Fletch before these games start Thursday. It's only our second look at him. A good downward bite on that. Here's the 1-2. And a ground ball toward first, but foul. Back with the fastball there.
Well, the Revs are closing up shop in the bullpen. Tyler Clark bringing in everything that was out there. Somebody else, too, packing up a bag coming in. So Rincon is definitely the last arm that will be used today. We knew that, but will he go another inning is the question.
Now ready, back home. And a breaking ball chopped toward first. Burgess backs up, plays the hop, flips to Rincon, got him by a half step, foot raised to the bag. On a slowly developing chopper, right near the line, Burgess backed up to get a good look at it. It was close, but they got the job done.
Well, I was a little surprised that Burgess flipped that ball. I thought he was going to at least take it part of the way before flipping it. That was a long flip for an underhand toss. Rincon, though, doing his job in covering the bag and good footwork around the bag. And it's not always just covering the bag, it's the footwork around the bag to go diagonal towards the line, then up the line to hit the inside of that base to avoid a collision or avoid hurting your ankle, foot, something like that.
Here's Kyle Roller and a breaking ball in the dirt to start him.
I'll never forget it. It was the fall of my senior year at Penn State. I was playing an intramural baseball league, and I got a chance to pitch. And I pitched in, I think, 4 games that fall, and I was never a pitcher, and I had a chance to cover first on a ball that hit the first, and I did it perfectly. I was shocked. It just kind of happened.
Highlight of the year?
Well, that, and I had a golden ball inning, a 3-pitch inning.
Oh, wow.
And I walked off the mound, and the catcher that inning was like, you ever done that before? I was like, do what? He's like, throw a 3-pitch inning. I was like, oh, no, never done that. The last time I've pitched, I had a golden ball inning.
Man, that is so rare. Or the last time that happened in the big leagues. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball down.
Well, my dad said the other day somebody on the Phillies did. I think it was Udabre Ramos, maybe.
Really?
Somebody in the Phillies pen did it.
Well, the pitch from Rincon, that's low in the dirt. 3-1.
I mean, but this time where I ground ball to first base and I'm on the mound, I'm thinking, all right, I've seen this in video games, playing MLB The Show. I've seen it, broadcasting games and even playing in games that just not me on the mound and on TV. So I'm running perfectly diagonal to the line, up the line, and stepped on the bag. I don't know how it happened, but just muscle memory from just seeing it.
Pitch is in the dirt, ball 4 on Roller. He walks for the 3rd time today. Revs pitchers have walked 8. A 1-out base runner. I think this is Scott Kelly coming up. We'll go with that.
Now the speculation continues.
Kelly I have a chance on. I've seen him so many times over the years, but both teams going with the warm-up shirts today. Southern Maryland did that as well. Lancaster really dressed it up. They had jerseys on with numbers and everything.
And we thank them for it.
The fastball just a hair low. Who else have we seen?
Did they have their PA guy working that game too?
They did.
So, I mean, they were on the ball.
They did. They went all out.
Well, the War of the Roses, I guess you have to.
Pitch is in at the knees, a called strike. Somerset with Chase Hutchinson up in their bullpen. Now Rincon ready. 1-1. Fastball, that missed high. Rincon had been in spring training in the Braves system. Spent a lot of time at high A and double A the past couple of years. Originally signed with the Marlins, then some time with the Brewers, and then Atlanta. Pitch is hit in the air, center field. Witherspoon had him play the other way. Long run into left center, and he runs it down. Look at him go, and Roller had been at second, rounded second. It's going to be an easy double play. Throw into Dent, who one-hops it to Burgess at first base. Roller was out past shortstop, and he's doubled off 8-6-3 on a play where Witherspoon covered an acre to get to it. Fine running grab. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left. And we'll go to the 9th here in our spring training finale. Revs trail at Somerset 4-1.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Step into a Maple Donuts this holiday season and you'll be walking in a donut wonderland. Take a shopping break with one of Charlie's powdered jelly-filled, or start a new family tradition when you decorate your tree. Pick up some cinnamon sugar donut holes, or everyone's favorite, a Maple Donuts glaze. Oh, looking for an interesting way to say Happy Holidays? A Maple Donuts gift certificate ought to do the trick. Right, big fella?
Ho, ho, ho! Maple Donuts! Maple Donuts taste right.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Head of the ninth inning, Chase Hutchinson takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Revs trail 4-1, and we'll see how long we go. Somerset also had Dustin Antolin scheduled to pitch today. The Revs are done unless Rincon wants to go a second inning. Jose Tabata will lead things off, 1 for 2 with an infield hit. Hutchinson was trade bait for the Revs to get Mitch Atkins, who's looked great in camp. It'll be Tabata, Dent, and Witherspoon here as we start the ninth. Tabata 1 for 2 on the day. Had a gray blanket of cloud cover almost all day. First pitch is down and outside. It's pretty warm during BP, Michael. It's cooled off a little bit.
It was, yeah. And I think the same thing the past couple days. Warm throughout the early afternoon, then it gets cool and the sun kind of goes away.
On the 1-0. And that's over for a strike. In and out of the catcher's mitt, but had the plate.
Well, and Hutchinson put up some good numbers last year here in York, but anytime you can get a starter in a trade for a reliever, I think you win that deal, given that the Revs, they look like they have some really solid bullpen depth going into the season, but starters, you can never have too many starters.
1-1, and a swing and a foul tip into the mid.
Especially a guy with Major League experience and Mitch Atkins. He went deep in almost all of his starts last year with AAA Las Vegas after being signed out of Somerset. Went 6 or 7 in almost all of them, so that's good to see a guy who can go deep into the games.
On the stretch from the lefty. The 1-2, and that misses up high. If we look at the rotation through spring training, and Mace hasn't announced anything yet, but we wonder if it's perhaps Goss on Thursday, then Detweiler, then Atkins, and then maybe we'll see about Sunday. Komborowicz would have started today, but a little sore. Pitch is swung on and missed. Went off speed, a strikeout to begin the ninth. Groats was impressive today. He started for York, 3 innings, 1 hit, struck out 5. 5 in a row at one point.
Groats was really good, and it was great to see him do it over multiple innings. Spring high 3 for him this year in a spot start. It was supposed to be Kimbo's start.
Could see Severino Sunday. He'd be a possibility. There's Ryan Dent, who swings and misses on a fastball.
The decisions are just starting for Mark Mason and his staff, as some roster cuts will have to be made and some personnel decisions have to be made, guys in certain roles, stuff like that.
Revs did release Jeremy Holcomb yesterday. It's the 0-1 and a swing and a miss. Dent 0 for 2, but he reached on a strikeout wild pitch in the 7th and scored. Now Somerset does have Antolin up in the bullpen, so I guess the question is, will Rincon go a second inning or not? Hutchinson steps off.
Well, Tyler Clark on deck for the Revs. He'll get an AB. He's been grinding down in the bullpen, catching all the Revs pitchers today.
0-2. And Dent checking. Appeal to first. No go. That's an at-bat that Clark will have earned. Grinding away indeed. All day down there. 4-1 Somerset in the 9th. And the pitch to Dent. That's down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good job laying off those last 2 breaking balls. Well, you know it's a little chilly because Polo's got his hood on right now. Doesn't take much for him to be cold.
Yeah. Lives not far from here. Went home last night for the evening. Now the 2-2. And that bites down and in. It'll be a full count. Dent works it all the way back.
Well, if the Camden River Sharks are still in the league, I could do that for road games too. Pull a Polo. Stay at home. And I'm not too far from York anyway.
A little known fact about Michael, he attended River Shark games. Now, what time frame would you say? What era?
The last time I was at a River Sharks game was when I was a freshman in college, so that was the end of the era.
3-2, and a chopper toward third. Kelly waits, squeezes the big hop. Long throw across is in time. 2 down here in the 9th.
But the beginning of that area, you know, I was probably late middle school, maybe. First couple times I went. I saw Ben Davis pitch for the River Sharks, the former #1 overall pick as a catcher of the Padres, and then now he's one of the current TV analysts for the Phillies on their broadcast. Saw him pitch for the River Sharks. Saw former Rev Wilson Valdez play for the Sharks.
Here is Tyler Clark batting right. First pitch fastball in for a strike. Yeah, Davis, remember facing him, and he had some absolute gems, and he also had a couple where he really got hit hard. One in York that I remember, but he had some that he was almost unhittable trying to become a full-time pitcher. Here's a ball beaten foul into the stands behind the Revs dugout, 0-2. And Valdez, who became the Revs shortstop and stolen base record holder when he joined Camden in 2013. I believe his debut was against us, and remember he had a big game at the plate. He could pick it at short.
Oh, yeah.
0-2, and try to backdoor the slider and miss. Four to 1 Somerset. Here in the 9th inning. The Revs, if they don't come back, they'll finish 4-2-1 this spring. The tie being against Somerset Friday. 1-2. Swinging a ground ball sharply foul past Polo at third. And tomorrow, a morning workout scheduled. I guess see what the weather does. Getting ready for some rain back home this evening. And we'll be on 6 p.m. Thursday night, carrying the ring ceremony and everything on radio and here on YouTube, if this is your preferred place to consume. Pitch. That's down low, 2-2. We have a new app. Make sure you download that. The new WOYK. And also new this year, in addition to the app, YouTube on the road, we will have the opportunity to opt in to receive game recaps in your inbox the next morning.
Championship organization doing championship things this year with the broadcasts.
Got it. Here's a called third strike. Clark checked his swing, but rung up anyway. And a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Or will we? I'm looking to see if Rincon comes back out. We'll tell you what's going on after the break. 4-1 Somerset at the end of 8.5 here in this preseason afternoon in Jersey.
Donegal offers car and homeowners insurance at rates that are very competitive. So competitive that Donegal's car insurance rates are among the lowest in the state. And if you insure your car and home with Donegal, Donegal will take up to an additional 10% off their already low rates. Donegal, a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Come on!
Colin Cowherd.
The pitcher who gave it up, who should worry more about getting his two-seamer on the outside part of the plate, Sam Dyson, he wanted to talk about that 1 second of raw human emotion where Jose Bautista, flipped a bat.
Jose needs to calm that down. Just kind of respect the game a little more.
You gotta be kidding me.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
I'm blowing everything up. We're starting over.
Weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. It's
going to the bottom of the 9th inning. We will play it as Junior Rincon will work a second inning. 4-1 Somerset. If you're going by traditional standards, they have won this game, but Rincon will get one more inning, and then the Revs will have one more turn at bat with Dustin Antolin scheduled to pitch for Somerset. So again, back to that game recap item for fans. There will be an icon near the top of YorkRevolution.com to click and opt in, and we'll do that on WOYK1350.com as well. Share it on social media so you can find it. And the opportunity, obviously, the games are not covered the way that they used to be by media, so that being the newspaper, the print media. So you can sign up, and once that link is activated, click on and you can receive our game stories, all the details right to your inbox the next morning. Danny Dorn will lead off the bottom of the 9th as Rincon misses low. Had a scoreless 8th inning, ground out, then a walk, but that walk, Roller, was erased when he was all the way past second on a fly ball that Witherspoon ran down. Here's a pop foul, and this will sail out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-1 Patriots. But a pretty good showing throughout this week of spring training for the Revs.
Only 1 loss and also a tie in there.
Here's a line drive center field. Witherspoon scoots, and he's got it. Again, playing a left-hand hitter slightly to pull, and dashes over the other way in time to get there. 1 down.
Well, you can't say enough about Witherspoon in center field. Defensively, he's been awesome, and to end that 8th inning, being able to run that ball down in left center after shading toward right center was exceptional, and then the awareness to throw that in and the easy double up. As Roller had been off on the pitch thinking either there were 2 outs or that it wouldn't get caught.
I have no clue who this is, but he looks at a fastball strike. Rincon attacking the zone. Gets ahead. 4 runs, 6 hits for the Patriots. Pitch is grounded weakly to second base. Silva lines it up, cradles it in, throws to first, out number 2. Revs with 1 run on 5 hits. And that'll bring up, I believe, Alfredo Rodriguez.
Well, Junior Rincon making up for lost time. It was a late addition here in camp, getting a 2nd inning of work here. The guy who had been pitching was in camp with the Braves. That was the report we got.
Yeah, it's true. Probably not a stretch for him to go this second inning. He had been active. First pitch to Rodriguez is fouled straight back. But yeah, things changed a bit earlier today when Kimbo had to be scratched, but Mace did say that they still had 9 innings available. There's a fastball, skips in the dirt, 1-1. So Thursday, join us at 6. We'll carry the ring ceremony and then the introduction of this year's team and the opponent for that matter. Will be intro to the line as well. Pitch is a breaking ball, tumbles in for a strike, 1-2. And it's a huge opening weekend, as Michael mentioned, giveaways every day. Check out all the details at YorkRevolution.com. Lot going on. Pitch is a little low, fastball there, 2-2. Get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com or by phone at 717-801-HITS or at the ticket office. Rincon delivers. Breaking ball chopped down the line at third. This is foul. What are we going to do tomorrow?
I know, it's weird. It's 7 straight days of games. Just chill. But before a lot of days of not being able to chill.
Pitch is in the dirt. Slider again. 3-2. Have a long ride back tonight to get your mind right.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping most of it. You know that. Every bus ride so far, I've slept both ways. And I told you, I even said Lancaster, the half-hour, 35-minute trip, I'll be out.
Now the payoff pitch, fastball low, and that'll put Rodriguez on. At least you're productive. Bank some of those sleep hours.
Gotta make up for the lost hours any way I can.
Is this Francoso now?
This looks like it is, and the way I've been telling is that I know he's left-handed, and a lot of the guys around this part of the order are righty. This looks like Francoso.
Works for me.
We're going to know these guys like the back of our hand once they actually get numbers.
Yeah. It's just the missing piece of the puzzle as he chips a ground ball foul down toward first.
Well, if you ever wonder why athletes wear numbers on their jerseys, this is one of the big reasons why.
I love how during basketball season there's a couple of teams that we'll see where they may as well not wear numbers because they're like the same color as the jersey.
Yeah.
There's a swing and a miss, fastball. Rincon ahead 0-2. Good explosion on that one. Just looking at I-287 in left field and the amount of vehicles and wondering what we're in for on the way back.
Yep.
Well, it won't matter to you, but it's the 0-2. Yeah, that's chopped foul into the Patriot dugout. Some good weekday afternoon New Jersey traffic ahead of us.
Well, I didn't even know what day it was today. I thought today was Sunday. I'm thinking today's Sunday when we got here.
Close. Long set. Another 0-2. Breaking ball. He just got a piece.
We might as well stop for a team dinner or something to beat the traffic, or wait out the traffic, I should say.
I have every snack that you could ever imagine in my bag. Oh, and 2 it remains. Rincon, an assortment of stuff that Francoso's spoiled. Pitch is lined to right field, base hit. Mitchell toward the line. He'll backhand it in front of the corner, gets his footing, and guns it in. It'll skip and roll to second. It does hold Francoso to a single. Rodriguez goes to third on it, however. And they're at the corners with 2 outs. And Weisenberger coming up.
Well, Rincon got the first 2 of the inning. Since then, it's been a struggle to find that ender.
Weisenberger, the big day today. 2 for 3, a 2-run double, and an RBI single. There's the Patriots' 7th base hit. Rincon to the plate, and there's a fastball strike. Rincon from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. He originally signed with the Marlins out of his home country. Began his career with their Summer League affiliate. There's a curveball that buckles in for strike 2. He started as a youngster in the Dominican Summer League in 2011. Came to the States 2 years later. The pitch and check swing on a slider in the dirt. Rivera blocks it to his right. Francoso will move up, and they don't appeal. They say he did not offer at it. So a ball, and it'll go as a wild pitch with the trailing runner advancing. Second and third now. Rincon again trying to finish off the frame. 1-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. Nailed the outside corner with it. And Junior Rincon, 2 scoreless today, 3 scoreless innings for his spring training. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left. Revs will bat one last time. We'll have it for you as we go to a top of the 10th inning. Somerset 4, York 1.
Hey man, I know how you feel. That guy down the street, the one with the fancy lawn, those weekend get-togethers, the big family barbecues, and the barefoot kids and wife outside working on her tan. Hey, it's no secret. It's greener on that side of the fence. It's Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Greener grass on your side of the fence is just a quick phone call away. For world-class care right in your backyard, call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, 717-292-9994.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
Just like to say that y'all rock, man.
I think Under Armour and the Warriors both got good deals with Steph Curry. Do we look at Under Armour as that's the new and Nike feels like the old? Not that Nike is going to go bankrupt or out of business anytime soon. But if you look at what Under Armour has done, they've done pretty well with the under 26. It's pretty incredible.
Dan Patrick.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs will bat for a 10th inning here, 4-1 Somerset, and this will wrap it up. Dustin Antolin, the new pitcher. Travis Witherspoon leads off. First offering, he swings and misses. High, hard one. Antolin returning after pitching for the Patriots last season. 6'2", righty, 28 years old. Works from the stretch and comes home, and it misses inside. It's from Hawaii, originally drafted by Toronto out of high school in 08. Made it to the majors in 2016. The 1-1, and it dips a little low. See his full name here? You're the one that wanted to try KK the other day. You want to give that one a shot?
That is his real name.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It's the 2-1. And a swing and a foul back, out of play.
I'm going to have to give this a shot, too. I'll just take your copy of the notes here. Let's see what we got. Wow. Dustin Kamakana Mai Ku'u Makulani. Dustin Kamakana Mauku'u Makulani Antolin. Stick with Dustin.
Here's Dustin with the 2-2. That's up high. Wow.
At least that's all in the middle of the name.
Yeah.
Not the first and last there. Pretty easy.
He's in 21 games for Somerset last year. 4 saves. There's the 3-2. Oh, look out. High heat, and it goes all the way to the backstop, and it rebounds all the way past the mound in the infield grass. Witherspoon ducked, and he will head to first base on ball 4. Yikes.
Seen a lot of walks in today's ball game, which hasn't been the case in the past few. At least for Revs pitching. That 10-inning game in Somerset, they didn't walk one.
Here's Rivera. 2 at-bats, 2 strikeouts. And Antolin sets at the belt. First pitch to Rivera. He swings and fouls it back. Antolin last year started the year in the national system, AAA Syracuse. Then after being released, signed with Somerset. He was 1-3 here with a 2.08 ERA, 4 saves, as we mentioned. Holds, delivers, and a swing and a miss on a fastball. I'm sure one of the reasons that they used him at the end of games late last year was he struck out 29 and only walked 3. His first 14 outings were scoreless. 0-2 from a slide step and a swing and a miss. Fastball up, and he gets Rivera to swing through it. 1 down. I'll bring up Jay Karp.
Well, it's not over yet. Revs got a chance here, down 3. Seen them put together rallies before. Yesterday in the game against Southern Maryland, down 1, heading into the bottom of the 10th. Ended up winning that game 3-2.
First pitch to Karp, fastball just missed. Yeah, I clearly counted that as a win yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Because we agreed ahead of time.
Agreed to play 10.
That's right. From the belt, the big righty sets. 1-0. And a swing and a fly ball left center field. Massey is over, lines it up, drifts back a bit more, and makes the grab. And there's 2 down. Antolin was in the Venezuelan Winter League and was outstanding there. Had a sub-1 ERA in over 20 innings. So it looks like, I mean, obviously if we're going by today, he might be their closer to open the year. It's Jared Mitchell, top of the order, has had a pretty good spring. First pitch, fastball, caught the outside corner for a strike. 1 for 2 here today with an RBI and a walk. He's driven in their only run, a 7th inning single. And 7 for 22 on the spring, hitting up over 300. Pitch, it's outside, 1-1. Last year, it looked like after a really rough start, he was going to get to 300, but last couple of games finished around 295. But back for a 3rd year, had a great final 4 months last season. There's a ball high and away. 2 balls and a strike. Mike Ashmore ready to leave. Patriot beat writer has the backpack on. 1 foot out the door.
Working on 2. He's heading towards the exit, I think.
Pitch is swung on and missed. 2-2.
Well, I guess the story's already been written.
He only counted the 9 innings, I guess.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Spoon at first, 2 outs. And Antolin the pitch. Strike 3 called. Outside corner. And a scoreless 10th inning for the guy who might be the Patriots closer to begin the year. And that'll wrap up the preseason. 4-1 as Somerset wins it today in 9.5 innings. Final totals for the Revs: 1 run, 5 hits. No errors, they left 5 on base. For Somerset, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, they left 12. The win will go to Foss, who pitched the middle innings for Somerset. And the loss tag to Nick Baker, who gave up a 2-run double in the 5th, otherwise was very good this spring. Antolin, I suppose, will get credit for a save. And time of the game in 9.5 innings today, 2 hours and 56 minutes. So the Revs go 4-2-1 this spring, 3-2-1 against Atlantic League teams. And Michael, we're ready to do this thing Thursday night. It'll be a much different energy level, and the place will be packed and fired up and ready for the ring ceremony. And then the first of this season, 126 that'll count as the Revs begin their trek on a course to try to repeat. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to it. Excited for my first season in the Atlantic League as a broadcaster. And hey, 126 real ones to come after this, like you said. The preseason's been fun. It's been good getting some reps here during the road broadcast, the Fan Fest broadcast. So it's been fun for me, and really looking forward to the intensity picking up with the games counting. And you know, the Atlantic League, it doesn't matter what time of year it is, how good or bad your team's playing, there's always a chance to make the playoffs because the winner of each half makes the postseason. So that keeps it interesting. No team's ever out of it, and no team's ever safe unless you win one of those halves. So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Lancaster wasn't too happy about that last year, but we certainly were, and that's something that has given many a team a chance over the years to kind of rewrite the ship, and certainly the Revs took advantage of that. They're hoping for a much better first half here this season, and I know they're very happy with the team they've put together, and we've heard from a lot of folks around the league that think that this York team is stacked and ready to go as well.
It very well could be the preseason favorite, and considering defending champs, bringing back a handful of key players, but you never really want to put that label on a team too much, because you know that's added pressure, and you just never know. I mean, you can't look too much into the spring. You can't look too much into what you have coming in on paper. The games have to be played, and I think over the first few weeks of the season, we're definitely going to get an idea of who's going to be a contender, who's going to be a pretender down the stretch. And, you know, this Revs team, got to believe from what we've seen so far this past week and a half that every indication that they're going to be in the hunt throughout.
Well, we're certainly chomping at the bit to get going, and coming up tonight on WOYK, 8 p.m., we'll have Game 5 of the Sixers and Heat opening round series, Sixers Radio Network. Tomorrow night, to fill the evening, NBC Sports Radio has, I believe, Game 7 of the Leafs and Bruins. I believe that's the game that they've decided to air, so we'll have some live sports tomorrow in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and then, as we said, we'll be with you on radio, YouTube, the new app. Search for the new WOYK on the various app stores, and also streaming on WOYK1350.com. We're everywhere beginning Thursday night for the first of 126 and hopefully more. 6 p.m. Thursday. Typically we'll be on at 6:10 for a 20-minute pregame, but 6 p.m. and even a few minutes earlier if we need to carry the entirety of those opening night ceremonies. We certainly hope you can join us in person, though, as well at People's Bank Park. Tickets available at YorkRevolution.com, 717-801-HITS, and at the ticket office. For Michael Mark Antonini in the booth with me, Daryl Henry saying so long, and thanks for tuning in all week here for our preseason webcasts and a couple that we've had on radio. Once again, the final today, it's Somerset 4, York 1. Thanks a lot for listening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Talk to you Thursday at 6 for opening night 2018 right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Thank you for listening to the Atlantic League champion York Revolution on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Catch the Revs all season on York's only place for local sports. Tune in 20 minutes before first pitch for a trip to the clubhouse with player interviews and the manager Mark Mason every game. Listen throughout the day for the Revs Report and check out WOYK1350.com for highlights and features on York's pro team. The Atlantic League champion York Revolution, all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Now we return to our regularly scheduled programming already in progress on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.